What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Today's going to be a fun one. I always say they usually are. Joined by two guests at the moment. We've got one who is never punctual. You guys ever have that friend who you always say, hey, meet me here at this time? And then everybody shows up. But then this friend shows up half hour late and then says, there's like traffic jam and this and that. But yet, you guys kind of live on the same street or something. So you know that there wasn't anything, or he says that, his tire had a flat, but he's never really like changed a tire in his life. So you're like, okay, well, how did you change that tire? That is how Mr. Hyper Combo Comics is in our little community here. Never on time. So I apologize. I promised you 3 guests. I only have 2 right now. So we're going to be waiting for Mr. Hyper. But I hope that's okay with everybody else. If you haven't checked out my first guest, who I'm going to introduce right now, with a snap, he goes from shirts to sleeveless. It is no other than Mr. Key Issues.
AKA the second person that's late in your life all the time. That's me.
No, that is true, man. You're always late. It's
bro,
always...
I run on Blackish time, bro. All right? It's the mix. It's the mix.
I will say this. If there is one person I know is never on time, it is no other than Mr. Freeze.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
He is always goddamn late. Always late.
That's true. Poor.
Well, let's not leave our last guest in the cold here, but it is no other than the legend himself, Mr. Information, Mr. FaceTime.
What's going on, guys?
What is happening, sir?
Not too much showing up on time,
This is the last show before Christmas, so I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I know the world's kind of crazy right now, so I mean the NBA season started just right now, so messed up in total. But let's get down to it. Tonight we're going to be talking about the hottest comics that came out this whole year.
Shoot.
We'll get to it because I know a lot of people want to talk about Something Is Killing the Children, things like that. So, we'll probably talk about that one. Kicking it off, I think it's only fitting that I kick it off and we talk about one of the biggest characters of the year, one of the biggest characters that pretty much stole everybody's hearts, but it is no other than Virus.
Damn, you got me there.
Virus. Yes, I'm talking about that free comic book.
Yeah.
If you go and look at when that book came out, I mean, you can look at anybody's ID, Facebook, what they were talking about. Everybody was on this book, including myself. I told you guys to go pick it up. Keys told you to go pick it up. We were probably one of the few early on to have multiple copies just because of the fact that our shop didn't have a limit per one, or one per limit. It got a little crazy. All the drama involved as well.
It looks like those of us that had that 1 per limit shops were the real winners there.
Well,
I mean, it's cold up here, so we can start buying.
Hold on. If you go on eBay, people are still buying them, man. Like,
no, it still has hold some value. I mean, it's definitely not like it was at first.
It's true.
But there's still some interest there. And who knows, somebody else could pick up the armor someday and
that's what I'm hoping.
That's all it needs. And Keys has been actually saying this for a long time. All you need is a character to pick up that armor, to go back into that name, or to use the character just one more time. And it goes from being this to going like this. And the people that
they don't even need to get that armor necessarily. They just need some busted ass War Machine armor and a busted ass Goblin glider.
But an awesome attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maximum effort.
Maximum effort. It'd be like a Fast and Furious movie, man. One last ride.
I think when I looked a few days ago, maybe 2-3 days ago on eBay, it was going for about, I think solo copy was going for about $6 to $8 still. So I mean, there's a lot, right? Like there's a few that have lots where they have like 5 to 8 copies of it. They were going for about $30. So I mean, Yeah, you're roughly at $5 a copy.
I'll tell you what, anyone
Yeah.
watching, slide in my DMs. I'll give you $6 or $4. You know what I'm saying? Work something out.
Yeah, it's not a big selling issue anymore by any means.
But it was a big deal. That breaks my heart.
But a lot of people are collecting it. Like they're trying to get, like I sometimes use this word, the trinity of it, because a lot of people are collecting that one to add on to 20 to 25 to 26 and to 27, right? Those four. So yeah, I don't know. Lucky me, I won the that
But you know what's what is kind of beautiful about the whole situation is that you opened it up with the fact that you guys were on this spec, and we've mentioned several times on the show how Newbie has like 20 some copies of the free comic book day issue, multiple copies of Virus's first appearance, but it was also you guys that broke the story on who he was and kind of like put a dent on that spec, so at least it shows that you're not out there just trying to pump and dump your own stuff or anything like that.
That's true, man. That's facts.
And actually, it's funny that you say that, because I don't know the person who proclaimed me to do that, but somebody actually accused me of pumping and dumping that Ironheart #9 book. So yeah, it was just kind of funny. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because that's a pretty big spec book right now too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's funny because like I don't know. I don't, throughout my whole YouTube journey and the people that have known me since I started. I mean, Keys could tell you he's been my buddy since 6-7 years now. Like I wouldn't kind of do that. So it was just kind of funny that somebody was accusing me for the first time, now out of nowhere, being like, "Oh yeah, you're just trying to pump and dump." I'm like, okay, sure. I don't even have the book. I don't even own the book yet. So
I'm trying to pump and dump my whole life, boys. Geez.
It is what it is. But yeah. So for my first book, the year in review, I just assumed, I thought it was fitting. Virus, we got a whole virus going on, obviously, but that free comic book day.
That was the theme of the year too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean to just be on one book. I do want to pass the torch and let you guys talk. However, let's get it all out of the way. Along with that book, you have Venom 25, Venom 26. Those two books were hot commodities. I mean, me and Keys, I couldn't even make it to my shop to get number 26. Keys had to go for me. There was 2 copies, and Keys got so many dirty looks and people giving him all these fucking negative vibes just because he was picking up 2 copies.
Well, that's because they didn't know who Mr. Key Issues and Newbie Comics were back then.
Like, it was crazy.
Now they're all part of the fan club.
Something like that.
It was it was crazy. But it's just crazy because after we broke the news of who it was and then what happened, you could find that book pretty much anywhere. Like, people were giving those away. Somebody actually sent me Venom 26. I think it was 26 and something else when I bought a book as like a freebie.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it is what it is. But that was, I think when you start talking about some of the other books that we'll be talking about today that highlight 2020, I think it is important to mention, from basically what was it, March until July, it was just like Venom. Like, everybody was on Venom, everybody was on Virus, everybody wanted to crack the code and blah 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 blah. And yeah, man, it was just crazy.
It turns out there was no code to even crack.
Yeah, it was exactly. So that's why nowadays, like, you hear me say, if Donny Cates comes out with a new character, I'm always like, oh, you know what?
Oh, hell no.
Or Shocker or Chameleon, something like that. So it is what it is.
Man, it sounds like the biggest disappointment list of 2020 so far.
Yeah, that is, right?
Jeez.
Like, we just started off with the biggest disappointment of 2020.
I don't throw. If you guys follow this channel, you guys know. Oh, and he's gone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, he's like face now.
Oh, you got to take
the one in the crew. What it do? Thor. That Black Winter, bro.
Oh,
That sparked off some shit in 2020 for Newbie and I. We don't really like to talk about it, but it's the end of the year, so we got to come to terms with it. You guys probably all heard the story around LCS. There was a stack of them, a whole stack of them. We contemplated, and we're like, nah,
I'm on the wrong show,
the
guys.
next
I didn't
day,
realize we were. I didn't realize we were on shit on Donnie K's spec show.
bro. He made honestly, this is his year, bro. This man's busy this
Right?
year.
Yeah, that's true. He has been very busy this year,
Yeah, man.
but
And
a lot of it hasn't really panned out so well.
I was just
So far.
I was just getting some books. Sorry.
Bro, that's like a 9.8. Why are you throwing it around like that, bro? That's at
That-
least a 9.6.
That is a whole shit ton of free comic book day issues.
That is a whole lot of free bag of boards.
It just gets crazy, man.
So yeah, that's 3 bags of boards right there.
So, but that was also how heavy I was into the character when it came out, right? Like we were reading it, everyone, along with everybody had those, everybody thought this was going to be big. So
On the bright side, if the Endless Winter really does kick off, you can keep warm for like 15 seconds with those.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Thanks to Kate.
it's true.
Keep it warm.
So
Dying.
yeah, going back to Black Winter. Yeah, that was another one that really, I mean, I feel like the character has a future, but thus far it really hasn't panned out very well. You haven't really seen a whole lot of anything substantial yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Which is unfortunate. But again,
It is unfortunate.
it's one of those type of characters that, everybody kind of, and one of the biggest differences between a character like Virus and a character like Black Winter. Virus, it's kind of realized that even if they do bring him back, it's probably going to be lame too. So, the value on that issue fell out, and it's down to whatever it is now. About $10 or so. Black Winter, however, is still maintaining some value because I think people realize that it's probably a character that you're going to see return. I mean, once you're on that power level, it's not likely they don't bring you back.
Yeah.
Unless they just want to kill you over.
But going into
Right.
going
Yeah.
going into what Keys was saying, 100% one of the hottest books. You can still obviously get it even when it's on its downward spiral right now. If you want to say that, obviously the people who have it will disagree with you. But yeah, that book is still going for about what, 150, 180 Canadian. I don't know what
I gave up. I haven't looked.
to the US, but that is one of the hottest, myself included. I mean, everybody was picking up Thor, everybody was picking up Venom. Those were the 2 hottest books for, I mean, there was like a 3-month span there from, I would say April, May, June, where it was just like nonstop. Like you were a weirdo if you didn't pick up those books.
Right.
Can we just take a second and realize that Donald Blake has done more in this run than Black Winter has, bro?
Yeah, I mean, he did kick the shit out of Loki, so.
Buddy, this man has a PhD in shanking people, bro. That one issue, all he did was take a
With a
scalpel, just
scalpel?
gone. Everybody, the whole squad. Lady Sif got some. The next man got some. All of Asgard got some. It was insane.
So, Keys, I will say it is my fault that you do not personally own one of those copies, and I apologize. That is my biggest comic regret of 2020 because it was my decision, and I let you down there, so I apologize.
I'm going to let you finish, but I'm going to apologize by saying that I'm sorry I didn't let you know that I went back and bought the whole damn stack.
Yeah,
So, no, but
I want to see it. Let's see it.
Man, it's all good, man. I mean, I didn't have faith in it either, so it's what it is.
But yeah, it is one of those things, right? I mean, you hit and you miss. To be honest, guys, I mean, it was when comics got back in, and then people were talking about, oh, it's like Black Winter, and then when people were describing what it was, and I was like, man, come on, it was just one of those things. There was other things that week, and then you hit, you miss. It happens. It happens to everybody. Some people hit on some people miss. It is what it is. If you're batting 1,000, you be famous. You know what I mean?
Or
it
you
is,
buy everything.
yeah, exactly. Wow, we're not you, but
I don't buy everything.
We
I
want to
miss
be.
I miss
But
plenty.
we want to be.
yeah, but we want to be able to.
I don't quite buy everything.
Yeah. All right. So, Face, what's another book that was extremely hot this week, this year? In your opinion?
Okay, well, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and we'll talk about someone that's worked out a little bit better so far. It's actually another one of those ones that's kind of a 2-issue, maybe even I guess if you want to get into really 3-issue type thing. With Batman '89, Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen 3, and the arrival of Punchline. You know, it's a character that they brought in to sort of take the place of Harley, but it seemed to really take off with people for obvious reasons. I mean, she's a pretty cool character.
Super.
And interestingly enough, I was actually reading an article today. Now, I will I will put the caveat out there saying that the article itself did not come from a source that I would put a lot of stock in, but one of the names that the article dropped that was talking about this is someone that people tend to put some stock in. And apparently, I guess there was a rumor that came out from Mike Sutton, who's pretty big at dropping rumors and stuff in movies and everything. So we probably want to talk to the Lords of the Long Box guys. They might know, but that they're actually looking at Punchline for a possible HBO Max series.
It's too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, it really
So
does
soon.
seem like it's real soon for it. And again,
If I'm
like I said, the article itself didn't come from like a real reputable source. Like it wasn't one of those. It's one of those ones where it's like kind of like a lot of clickbait stuff. So take that shit with a grain of salt, obviously.
Mike, I will say, and this is no shade to Mike Sutton. I don't know him personally. I've never chatted with him. Nothing. I only know of his name and what he does because occasionally, I do watch Lords of the Long Box. He does have a lot of insight, so take it with a grain of salt. Again, if everybody hit 1,000, they would be super famous. So I mean, I've heard some of his stuff on projects that have already been announced. Has he been right on some? 100%. Has he been wrong on some? 100%. That's just the spec, the investment, the game. But yeah, I think we all agree, DC, Marvel, because you guys know, like I appreciate DC. It's just it's not my preferred taste. But even I know that character will be something in the long run. Right now, though, I mean, you're talking about a character that just came out
a couple months back, man.
Like 6 months, 7 months. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It wasn't real long ago.
And here's the thing: I had zero faith in the character until their little one-shot special. That's when I was like, okay, there's something behind this character now.
Well, and I think because honestly, I've liked the character since they first came out with her and everything like that. I've been pretty on it because I'm a fan of the Joker. But I think the one shot was probably one of the things that really did it because that kind of set the tone that she is her own character and gonna do her own thing, So
100%.
You saw that there's more to her than just a Harley knockoff or a Joker sidekick or anything like that.
And you guys have heard me talk about, how I think Harley is coming to an end. I think that, Margot Robbie is kind of moving on to different projects with the whole Tank Girl. She's got other things going on the go. I just think that she's kind of done with the character. It's already been 3 movies. The movies.
If Margot Robbie is done with Harley at any point in the near future, though, 100% she will be recast.
I don't know.
Oh, really? I think it dies with her.
This isn't Batwoman.
No. She'll be recast. Harley would definitely be recast. I mean, there's already been several different incarnations and different variations of Harley to begin with. So,
Now, I do want to warn people, I'm a very, very punctual guy. When I say 9 o'clock, I mean 9 o'clock. But don't haze too much.
Uh-oh.
Leave the poor man alone.
But
Uh-oh.
fourth member of this group is here, Mr. Hyper. What's going on, man?
I was about to just leave with just an empty chair behind. With that
Oh,
one
you're
intro.
finally here.
Yeah. So let's give Hyper a warm welcome. Just a quick review. So we've kind of started talking about the books of 2020. We've named off the Free Comic Book Day virus. We've named
That's
off.
what this show's about today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just started it off smashing Donnie Cates.
I started it off. Yeah. So we talked about Venom 25, Venom 26, and Venom 27. He brought up Thor 5. So and FaceTime just brought up Hellrisen 89.
Okay, cool. Oh, those are actually all
That
in
was
my.
just two books thrown together right there completely. Let's go with Batman 89 and Year of the Villain Hellrisen 3.
Yep. That was actually.
There is no Hellrisen 89 that I know of yet. But I'm gonna buy
There's
that
the
issue when it
first.
comes out.
That's
Newbie
like
spec right there.
that's like
Isn't
that's
it
like
89?
that's the newbie version of Solid Blood 17. That issue doesn't exist on
Right.
on the
Hellrisen
Newbie-
89. Everybody get on it. Look for it at your comic book stores. Because if you find it, that shit's gold.
So basically, for the run collectors, because we know that the current Hellrisen ended at issue 4, so we're just missing like issue 5 to 88 to complete the whole run.
Yeah, just a
All
couple.
right, so back to what we were saying.
Damn.
Boom. All right, Hellrisen 3.
Censorship. That's censorship, guys.
I apologize.
That's a violation of your rights. Wait, y'all do have that right in Canada, right?
Before
Nah.
we continue, I only had one entry, just like everyone else, but I just got in the mail the contest, the books I won from Mr. Hyper. Appreciate it, man.
Why you gotta
Yeah,
do me like that?
500
2 days.
You had to show my shitty taping job to the whole YouTube community.
Man, this is packed up. Well, man, this is pretty good.
I don't know about that, but I mean, I just tried to tape it up. Like I told you before, this was actually my first time shipping a comic ever. So that's why I'm curious if the contents. I mean, I think the contents made it out all right, and hopefully, Canada Post did and Soccer kicked that package.
Man, you know what? For this time of year, you sent it like you messaged me when you sent it the other day. It was literally like 2 days ago, and all of a sudden it's here. Like that's insane for this time of year, Christmas.
For sure.
On with the pandemic, man. Thank you.
No, thank you.
In the U.S., you're lucky to get shit in 2 months with USPS right now.
Yeah,
well, I just got a book. I'm gonna be dropping the video. I know I keep saying I'm gonna be dropping it, but guys, when I come home from work, the first thing I do is I go to the basement. I'm in the middle of a big ass reno. So
damn.
Doesn't
okay.
work.
Okay, Reno. We're doing Reno stuff. Okay.
yeah. So and I've shown a video to a few people because everyone's like, man, what are you doing? But yeah, I will be putting out a new video. I just got a book from Hawaii. It just came in literally like a week.
Damn.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Maybe the postal service in Niagara might be better than what we're getting, because I know in Montreal, like my packages, they say that it left like 2 weeks ago, and these are like local packages. They're not even international, and it still takes over 2 weeks to get them.
Nice.
You see this A-OK, bro? You see this A-OK right here? It says, 2 Mr. Key issues. You're going to need this. Love, Keys. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, damn.
All right.
All right, Hyper, give us a book. Not book from this year, man.
Okay. Well,
Merry Christmas.
for those that have followed my IG, I'm big on turtles, and I feel 2020, the surge in turtle popularity has risen again. So there's actually a few books that I actually want to mention that have actually caught a lot of people's attention. So with the ongoing series, we know that they're introducing some new turtle members into the clan. Lead up, Lita being she's the small albino turtle. She's introduced in issue 101. I think.
Bro, why she gotta be albino?
What's that?
Why she gotta be albino?
No, but that's what they called her. Those aren't my words. She's actually called the albino turtle.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Please.
And first of all, I kind of got a pass in these kind of insensitive comments. So, all right. So I actually brought a few books to show. Hold up.
And you know he's good. These are going to be good because he's usually
Yeah, you definitely gonna see some fire.
25.
So 101.
I
This
like
is
the RI.
so basically, like so people want to know what's a good jumping on point for Turtles, especially because we're over 100 issues, and I would say that for anyone that wants to jump on board, you could actually start with issue 101 because it's almost like a new a new story direction.
Start of a new chapter, basically.
Exactly. So 101, basically, this one, I mean, it's kind of hard to find at cover.
Very hard.
Yeah, it's pretty much like it's like a $20 or $25 book. This is the B cover for that. This one is not as expensive, but it's still, I mean, I think he's actually picked up a few of these, right?
I've never seen that book.
That's a dope cover, though. I like that.
It's beautiful.
This one is the 1 in 10. This is the one that actually you'd want to get because this actually is the first cover appearance of Lita. You'll see her right there.
Yo, she light skinned as hell.
And Mona Lisa. This, good luck finding at a reasonable price because I think a 9.8 is already like $400 on this book.
Shit. What's it going raw?
Yeah, it's Turtle, so it's going.
Bro.
Raw, it's about I think 150 or so. It's funny because a few months ago, this book you could have easily got it for under ratio at certain points, and sometimes it was like a $20, $30 book, and then it suddenly shot up. I think just because the thing is with this book, everyone is, and Face knows this, everyone is so focused on Mona Lisa, but the actual character that they should have been focused on was Lita.
Yeah, at first I definitely started out about Mona Lisa, and then as people got more into what was coming down the road and everything like that, you could see that Lita was going to be a character that's going to have some.
Exactly.
So they're bringing her back, the future version back here in issue 113. So.
Yeah, so you can tell that they have big plans for it based on where the story's headed and all that. So on that note, the other issues that's been heating up is basically hold up.
Got all
Issue 105, which is basically the first time you see the adult version of her when she does the time jump. So 105, that one. And I think I have the variant for that one.
Jesus.
The Eastman variant, if you find that.
Haven't seen that.
Yeah.
And the 1 in 10. Now, the thing is with this book, I guess this will be another this will segue into my Ronin talk. When rumors were and speculation was going on which turtle is the last Ronin, certain of these 1 in 10s kind of popped off because people are wondering if this turtle is going to be the last Ronin. So in this case, you see Donatello. So this kind of went up for a bit just because people are speculating if Donatello was the last Ronin, this would actually... It almost has like a Last Ronin-esque kind of cover. You know what I mean?
There's another one that came out, the RI for 110.
Yeah, you mean this one? Yeah.
That one right there, yeah. The last Ronin cover, basically.
This one was another one that's been that it's still, still probably like, I would say $100 raw book, but it was going for actually a lot more than it was actually almost like a $300 book at one point when people were thinking that this cover was almost like a foreshadowing of Raph being the last Ronin. We don't know that for certain yet, but people are speculating.
Well, I think the thing is, in the last Ronin, for me it's just a cover. like they can, there can be any validation for it that they want to have, but in the original Turtles, stories, there was not a blue, there was not an orange, and there was not a purple. They all wore red.
All wore red, yeah.
So the Last Ronin is a branch off of that timeline essentially. So they would have still all wore red as far as I'm aware, regardless of which turtle it is. So it still looks like they were basically going for a Last Ronin cover. Whether you want to imply that it's Raph necessarily or not, it could be any one of them really.
Yeah.
The thing is, Face, did you see the solicitation for cover 2 of issue 2 of Last Ronin, where you see it's like a turtle that's holding the side that Raph, which is Raph's weapon.
Right.
So, and he has a red bandana. But to your point, they all had red bandanas. But I think during that Last Ronin period, it's during that era when the color bandanas were already introduced. So,
is there another book you're going to be showing there right there?
Yeah. So this is TMNT 110. The reason this caught some heat was because this actually had the preview for the Last Ronin. So some, you know how late the market's been going hot when comics show like a preview or something. So
now, man.
It's almost like, sorry?
That's the new trend.
That's the new trend, that and late printing. So yeah, so I mean, basically, it's almost like people consider that as the first appearance of the Last Ronin kind of thing. And then to cap it off, I mean, obviously, this all led up to the Last Ronin, which it got a lot of hype. And after reading the first issue,
we know here.
It definitely built. For me, it lived up to the hype in terms of at least the quality of the first issue, and I'm looking forward to. I mean, I kind of wish they would come. The release date was come a bit sooner, because I think the next issue is in mid-January.
I think it's
it's pretty far off.
First, I think it's the 12th.
Shoot. Okay, yeah. It's. I hope it doesn't become like one of those releases like Doomsday Clock, where it took us almost like 2 years to get the entire series.
Yeah.
But on that note, I have to show off the Ronin covers that I went kind of hard on. So obviously the big one.
Yeah.
The Aaron Bartlett.
Yeah, that book had a little bit of value, didn't it?
A little bit. This is the second print. Actually, yeah, that's the second print. No, wait, my bad. That's the first print.
First print, right?
Where you got doubles.
And then no, that's the second print. And then the 1 in 25. The Inyakui.
Nice.
The Momoko. And I had a 1 in 10, but I can't find it right now. But
I was gonna say no love for the 1 in 10.
No, wait, hold up.
No love for another book I see that's missing in that collection, man.
Which
Oh,
book is that?
Newbie's just dying to show it off.
You're missing a book.
I'm missing.
He is missing one.
Oh, yes. The one book that's eluding me. The Ashcan.
Wait. Hyper is eluding you?
Yeah, I was looking for that.
I'll tell you what, bro. It's not gonna be a 9.8. It'll be like a 9.4. Give me one of your first printings of that Last Ronin, and I will hook you one of these ash cans.
Yeah, Keys got two. Keys has got two. And okay, hold on. Before you even do that, the only reason Keys has one.
Okay.
3.
Okay, the only reason Keys has them is because when we went to a shop close to my sister's house. We went to go visit my sister, her side of town. Okay, we saw them, and the guy had a stack like this. It was a free comic book day, and I said to Keys, I go, man, pick that book up. And he goes, why? And I go, just pick the book up. You don't know, it could be worth something, right? And he goes, all right. So he picked them up, and then I picked up 2 copies that day because I had already had 3 other copies. If it wasn't for that, Keys would not even have them.
Thank you. A toast to Newbie.
You're welcome.
All right. That's that does. I mean, this is only water, but still.
Hey,
So
yeah.
they think. So they
This is
think.
Bud Light Lime. I don't even have Corona in my house. This is Bud Light Lime, so it's kind of like water.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you
I'm
do
the
it,
only one really drinking that shit.
but yeah, we'll definitely talk probably after the show then.
But yeah, this one again, sticking on the turtles, like the ash can. This one came out, I believe it was a month and a half before. Face could probably correct me because he was following this and he knew about the. He was the one that actually gave me the heads up. I think I want to say it was Face. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Like if something in the chat told me.
No, it was. I remember getting a message from you and talking about it.
So yeah, so this was the free comic book day, the last Ronin. Obviously, the art is different. Obviously, all you turtle heads know that this is previews. This is the original art. They changed it. They stopped it because they wanted to get. I forget what was the issue. It was just new.
It's because the comic shops that saw the ash can, they kind of gave a negative feedback for the art direction. So because it was overwhelmingly negative, they pretty much had to change it on the fly.
And now it's like
They look good though.
it's selling.
Crazy. Yeah, I really didn't think it was bad.
$100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had no problem with
and that's the only reason actually the ash can maintain its value, because it's basically it's one of a kind. You're not going to find that kind of art style in
Yeah, I sold one on eBay for 75 Canadian.
Yeah, so you got to thank all those LCS
And you
owners.
sold it
That,
cheap.
Yeah. So I got 2 copies, and I'm doing what Face told me. I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna grade one, and that's just how it is. It's going in the PC. And,
Or
yeah.
you slide the Raider Bears DMs and you give them one for the cheap.
no.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Moving on from turtles, I think I mean, when I say I'm not trying to take credit. I mean, I know a lot of other guys, with more knowledge, more spec, more whatever. I was kind of talking about this book for a bit. Thank you guys for noticing. I did get a haircut, so thank you.
oh shoot, you got a haircut, nice.
I just noticed it because I was like itching my hair. And I'm like, oh shit. But this book, I was really talking about it
See that lineup, fam.
again, bucks. But it is year 0.
Yeah, I missed that one.
So yeah, you
Okay,
had
good.
cover A, and then you had the variant. Both of these were scoring you close to $80 to $100 Canadian. I think it was early July.
You know what's crazy though about that book is that when it got to pretty much when it got to its highest point and started hitting people's radar and everything, that it was like a $40 book in the US or whatever, I was still finding copies on certain sites for cover price.
He found the variant for cover at a store, and I told him to pick it up. I was like, dude, pick it up, and then he gave it to me. I put it on eBay and I sold it for him. I think he got like $40 to $50, somewhere around there.
You're like
Right.
20, bro. I don't know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, but Doobie, I gotta ask you though, because that series took a lot of people by surprise in terms of its value. Did you actually have a feeling that it was one of those books that was
Here's the thing. It's zombies. So I was like, yeah, this could be something, just because of the fact that it's zombies. It's like vampires, right? Like Philadelphia. Like, how are you gonna go wrong with that? Because historically, it's like something that repeats itself.
Oh, they can definitely go wrong.
Well, the thing is,
I know, but it's not crazy enough to think that they couldn't do it or it couldn't get big, right?
interesting. No, because my thinking before was that we were actually getting a bit too much of that kind of genre. So I thought that it kind of was getting watered down. So that's why I was kind of curious if you saw something special in that issue to pick it up.
And this might shock a few people, but I'm not really into that whole zombie thing because, like you, I think it's just washed down. I think we see it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of the things. Like, what's something that I hate, but it could sell, right? Like, I don't like. Well, my next book, the next book that I'll talk about when it gets back to me is like, I don't like it, but at the same time, like, that it could be something special or it could be something. My thing is this: when I see a book, especially on New Comic Book Day, is even if it's not something I'm going to keep, if it's something that I can flip and put money towards my Silver Age books and my Bronze Age books, then you know what I mean. So Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, and actually, those are the kind of books you'd want to have because you're not as attached to those books to sell them off.
Yeah.
True.
But I mean, I still have copies. Like I had, I think 3 sets of them, and I still kept it because I don't know. I try to keep at least one set or one copy of anything in the PC.
Just for your PC. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Keys, give us a book, brother.
All right. This book did not blow up the markets, but it was highly anticipated this year because we had a 4 to 5 year wait. And that's that the Three Jokers, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you see, it came and it went. Love it or hate it. I know FaceTime's probably punching the wall right now because I don't think he's a big fan.
And
Series didn't do much, but we waited like 5 good years for it.
I mean, if you wanted like 10 copies, 10 covers, I mean, congratulations, you got it.
And
Covers were dope.
it's really weird for me. Three Jokers is one of those books where I have like the complete opposite reaction to it as pretty much everybody else. Like, when it was initially coming out and everything like that, and they were talking about what it was going to be and what it was going to be about and what it was sort of going to be like, I was very against Three Jokers. I completely hated the idea of it. I do not, because I just don't feel like the Joker needs, an origin story. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't need motivation. He's just the Joker, and he just does shit, and that's basically all it is. What ended up happening was I actually liked it whenever it finally ended, and they gave us that ending that pretty much everyone hated, where he's like, yeah, we have, there's no real answers here, and I was glad to not have those answers.
And he's like, I knew who Joker was the entire time. Just made Bruce.
That was the whole shit with Batman was just like, okay, whatever. But like Joker part of it, the actual Joker aspect of it, in that, he doesn't have an origin and, it's multiple choice and all that. Like, it was great. So
Out of
the Batman bit with, he knew who it was the whole time and all that was just, it didn't make much sense.
Out of all the covers, Face, which one was your favorite?
I like the 1 in 25s.
Okay, from like cover A's, I think my favorite was probably the Red Hood one.
Yeah.
Anything Red Hood was fire.
Yeah.
Or the Killing Joke one.
Yeah, the Red Hood. The Red Hood was good. I think I grabbed. I think I grabbed the Batman, the Batgirl, and the Red Hood, and then I grabbed one of each of the Jokers for each one. I didn't grab all of them, but and then we got the 1 in 25 also. But
that was that multicolored weird shit, no?
Yeah, the Starburst, the Starburst variant.
Yeah, man, it wasn't for me, man.
Really? Because I actually like those neon sets when
I like those too. Sort of like the black light look.
Yeah, I didn't get the 1 in 100 though. Those I didn't.
No, I didn't go after those.
I didn't even know those existed because we don't get that shit down here.
Yeah, there's some 1 in 100s for them. And there was a 1 in 450 for the last one that was
Which basically, I mean,
who's buying 450 of those?
Well, the thing is, it's like all the shops that would have got 50, because you would have had to order 50 copies of, I guess, each of the covers, or at least.
Yeah, it was probably exactly. It was probably a collection.
But that 1 in 450 was basically all the covers in a thumbnail on one cover, basically, almost.
Right.
So it wasn't even an original cover. It was just like a rehash of all the covers that you saw in the series.
I was just reading that. Yeah, that's some shit, man.
Exactly.
Damn. All right, Face, give us a book. One of the hottest books of the year.
Mid-chew.
All right, so one of the hottest books of the year for me has been, and really it just started too, but it's still only 4 issues in, 4 issues in, whatever we're at, and it's one of the hottest books, Department of Truth. A series, it's been about conspiracy theories, and there's been a lot of really twisted, dark imagery with it. Covers have been amazing.
Number 4 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, we are gonna hit number 4 this year. Then I couldn't remember when it comes out. If it was this week or next.
Yeah, I think number 4 is tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, so we're barely gonna get in 4 issues this year.
Yeah,
and definitely got to be one of the
It-
most talked about.
been one of the series, it's been one of the books that from the get-go, I mean, people were hooked on it from the get-go. It was like, crazy. Face, you were like kid in the candy store when you were talking about it and reading it and things like that. Yeah, along with a lot of people, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people on social media, like that book just hit home for a lot of people. And since it came out, it's just been one of those books that people are dying to get. And yeah,
it's still affordable. Still affordable, bro. You can still find it for
Yeah,
covers. Thank
probably.
God.
I mean, not for too long.
That's the thing.
Especially for
Get it
earlier
before it
issues.
blows up.
what does a raw #1 go for right now?
I think it's still like
10
around
bucks,
like,
bro.
no, I think it went up a bit.
To what?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I saw it selling for like 20 or 25
Yeah,
bucks.
around 20.
You know what? That's not too bad. That's not too
I
bad.
found it on my LCS still.
And I mean, I don't know. This is the secret variant. The Lee Harvey
Yeah,
also.
secret variant is definitely more.
Yeah. That one was like almost like a 1 in 10.
Wait, please. Which shop did you get it at cover?
What do you mean, #1?
Yeah.
I got it the day it came out, bro. What do you mean?
Okay. No. I thought you meant like now, like recently, like
Nah, I
now.
passed it up.
Okay. Yeah, no.
But it was
there when
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no. I got you.
Oh yeah, if you can find it at cover, definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I just thought I thought he meant like because I was there when he bought it. I just thought he meant like
Oh,
recently. I was like, wait, what? Like
yeah,
what?
like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Okay.
He's been making transactions behind your back while you're in the car.
Man, now that I
He
moved,
lives in a different city now, so this is my area. This
Yeah.
is mine now.
See? Wow.
And some of the images that have come out for Department of #4 and I think some of the early images for Department of Truth 5 and like 6. I mean, every single one of these covers is gonna be great.
I have yet to read them, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, you gotta read it.
Yet to read them.
Hyper.
You
give
gotta
it-
read.
Wait, isn't it Keys?
No, it's you. We're going clockwise.
Oh, my bad. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so hold up. This is a book that, like, sticking to indies. Stillwater.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, Stillwater.
So
Another great.
I don't know. This year has been like, I'll be honest. I think if I was to look back at a lot of stuff that I've been reading, if it's more Marvel, DC, and indies, I think I was reading a lot more indies.
Indie, man. They came with that fire.
The indie horror scene is on fire right now.
Yeah,
They brought the
especially the horror scene. And I'm not even a big horror fan. Like, I don't really watch horror movies as much, but like, I kind of like the stories that Image and Vault's been putting out. But yeah, Stillwater is a really good series. It's done by Chip Zdarsky, who's also doing, the Daredevil, the current ongoing Daredevil series. So you kind of know the
Which
kind
is
of
also fire.
exactly. So you know the kind of writing style that he's gonna bring, and not to spoil anything, but the basic premise is this guy, he goes into a town, and it's a place where basically no one dies. I mean, he sees, like, you get injured, and then you're more or less immortal. The story kind of builds on, like, it's still a bit of a slow burn in terms of we still don't know where things are going, but I definitely like the
It's
character.
a good slow burn though, because like
It's like you're still trying to figure out how things are the way they are in the city, and because I don't want like I told you before, like in previous episodes, I don't like things given to me in like the first 2 issues.
See, that's
Right.
where we differ. I want first 4 issues. I know things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
capture me.
no. But here's the thing, though. I think a good writer can capture you without showing you his full hand. I think that's where.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, the thing is, anyone can get that instantaneous, like, cheap. They call it, like, in wrestling, like cheap pop, like, where you kind of like just do something like do like a special spot or something to get people talking. But then now you're gonna have to top that for the next issue and the next issue, right? So
Fair enough.
I kind of like it when things are so, and it makes you think, right? It makes you kind of speculate, where is the story headed. So, and then sometimes when you think it's going one way, it's going another way. That's where it gets really interesting. So yeah, I
Then
mean,
you're like 11 issues deep, and it turns out to be shit. You're like, oh,
Well,
this is
I mean,
a horrible
I'll
idea.
bring up another issue. I'll bring up another series in my next turn. But yeah, because like when I mentioned the premise for Stillwater, it seems pretty
Dope.
like
I
Well,
like it.
but the way I'm describe it seems like a basic plot line. Oh, people don't die in city, big deal. But it's just like I said, it's the way that it's written and how we're exploring the characters in the town.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of find this series special.
You know what? And I see it in the chat, Raider Bear. Shout outs to you, brother. You're always tuning in, so appreciate it. But he's saying he can see it being a fantastic Netflix or Amazon series. I think the few people that I do talk to about it, or they talk to me about it, I would never start a conversation. Hey, Stillwater. A lot of people
like
are saying a lot of things about it. So yeah, you know, I think in today's world with comics, whether it be indie, Marvel, DC, anything is possible because a book comes out and it's optioned, or you hear there's rumors of it optioned, or you know, Steven Spielberg tied his shoe in front of a sign, or a comic that was on the ground, and they're like, "Oh man, it's gonna be a thing," you know, like so. Yeah, but I can see it. I could be being something, man.
And the thing is, one thing you have to keep in mind with indie books, they kind of have a bit of an uphill battle in terms of keeping people's attention because unlike established properties that Marvel and DC has with characters that have been around for a while, you're gonna like. First of all, the writer has to have the job of making the fans invested in characters that they've never seen before.
Yeah.
So when a new property kind of hooks me like that, it tells me that, you know, okay, like the characters are well thought out, they're well fleshed out, and that's kind of what I look at. Because I've read books where I gave two shits about the characters, and it basically made the whole story flat for me, right? Like you don't feel that invested in what the consequences are in the story, but in this case, you do. So.
Yeah. I didn't think I would get to actually naming this book because the book that I want to talk about, I'll probably come back to it because I don't think you guys will get it, but I'm actually surprised that you guys didn't come up with this book earlier. But this is, oh man, I apologize in the chat. It's probably going to take me like 6 minutes to say the whole title.
Oh, I can already tell. I already know which one it is.
Dark Legends.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Night of Legends of Batman who wears bat suits, Dinosaur Legend of Batman Legend, Green Legend, One of Legend Gotham, Legend Batman, Legend of Legend 1.
Starring Yelena Malova.
This book, people went crazy.
Hey, take a breath. Take a breath, bro. Take a breath.
People went crazy for this book. The only thing is, Hyper's gonna top me, and he's gonna show the 125 that people were going even crazier for. If I'm correct, if not, this is
That B-Rex cover.
yeah.
Damn.
Whereas
And he did it in 9.8.
the damn dinosaur book. Yeah,
He
this
said, "Get your piece of shit raw out of here."
No.
book was extremely hot. Extremely hot. You know, we even see when we do our new comic book shows and this title comes up. I mean, people love the run. People, you know, it's something that people like. I mean, I think you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between, right? Me personally, I don't like it. It's not my thing.
You don't like the story, you mean? Like
He hasn't cracked that shit open. I know him. He hasn't cracked that shit.
Hey, this is the third copy. Well, this is the only copy I've left, but I had 3 copies.
You didn't say you opened any of those 3.
He actually has a good point. Anyone can buy 10 books, but it takes a man.
I would never buy 10 books. And actually, Keys was with me when we went to get this book. And said, I'm not gonna name them, but they were like, "Yo, grab the whole stack. Grab the whole stack."
Can I name them?
I don't think so, but yeah. So I still got one. If anybody wants to buy this off me, DM me because I don't.
Is it still? I mean, is it still a hot book though? Because I haven't really been following the value of it.
I mean, I think it goes for like 10 or 15, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen it at like 20, 25, somewhere around Canadian, somewhere around there. So probably equivalent to what you're saying. Yeah.
It's insane
Fast
because
money, baby.
it was almost like a $40 book when it came out.
But that's what happens, right? The day it comes out,
Well,
it's a $20 book. I remember even the dinosaur.
there were allocation issues with it when it first came out too. I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember me and Keys went. Our shop's open at 11. We were there around 1. Okay, and there was still like a stack like this on the shelf.
Yeah.
And if you do the math, I mean, you know, There's probably
At
about
least 5 copies.
yeah.
Are you and Keys the only comic collectors in your city?
No, there's
No.
a guy who literally, like, if you're behind him when he's buying his books, it's so fucking annoying because he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I just read this story and blah 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 blah," and my
That's
mom
me.
had, she made me chicken fingers and blah, blah, and it's literally like
You eat chicken fingers, bro.
I want Newbie to do the
Jesus
entire
Christ,
episode.
hope he doesn't watch the show.
But I want Newbie to do the entire show in that voice now.
No, I can't do it, man. Can't do
That's
it.
Like
actually
hyper-
his real voice. Nobody
hyper-
knows.
I would break character. Punch is saying people are sleeping on that run. Keys. Wait, what? Oh, I was just making fun of that that book cover. Excuse me. Cover Lover Comics. What's up, man? Thanks for joining us. I don't agree with DC dumping Peter for Marco Tamgo.
Oh man, you know what? That's a tough call because like
Get
I
him,
would have
Face,
liked
get
to
him.
see Tomasi get some more time on the title for sure. But Tamaki's run on Wonder Woman hasn't been bad. So is Tomasi going somewhere else? Is he doing another title now? I'm not sure.
We don't really hear much buzz around Tomasi. I know that when he came on board for Detective Comics, people were praising his assignment on that series, but I don't really hear much about it.
He really hasn't got much time on it though.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like, well, when did he start? He started like after issue 1000, right? Or like around that time.
This is out of my wheelhouse, man. DC.
I thought it was after that.
No. You know what? He actually started a few issues before 1000. I remember, because he was doing the issues that kind of built up to that anniversary issue, and then he kept going on after that. Yeah. So
Well, I was just
So
surprised.
he's been on, so he's been on that longer than I thought.
yeah.
Surprised that you guys didn't come up with this book. I thought that book would have been something that we talked about like right off the bat. So whatever.
You want to see
Jeez.
disappointments first.
It's funny
Yo,
because-
Hawaiian Punch, I already said it. And it may not, you can still find it for decent price, man. But Seven Secrets, the story is simplistic but captivating.
Oh, yeah.
The art is beautiful. Like, oh man, there's people from all over around the world. It's such a sweet story, man. And I fell in love with it the second I finally cracked open my polybag
I
copy.
was just gonna say you got the last
Sweet story. Sweet story. What the fuck are you reading, bro? That's
Seven
Tom
Secrets,
Taylor
man.
right there. Shit. I've seen people get fucking massacred through this series.
Damn, I love it. Oh, sweet. I mean, like, oh yeah, my bad.
actually never.
He's making it sound like
I love Seven Secrets, but this shit is not sweet so far.
I think Keys is like on the 50 Shades of Seven Secrets.
Yo,
Right? You got some weird shit going on up there.
You got Forbidden Love, Forbidden Child. You got everything in there, bro. It's sweet. It's a sweet series, man.
Wait, everything in there, and you said Forbidden Child and Forbidden Love in the same
On
breath?
top of the massacres, on top of the massacre. You know, I'm reading between
Yeah,
the lines.
on top
and
of the masters.
Seven Secrets.
But it's a dope series, so no, I do
It
agree.
is a dope series. The man holds a briefcase. Two people.
And I don't know a
guard
single fucking
briefcase.
secret yet.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you opened the polybag because a lot of people who collected the book without the polybag were actually looking for the one with the polybag. So
Oh, for real?
yeah,
I
Oh, you
might
mean
have
like-
two.
Yeah,
I have one.
I take mine out of the politics.
yeah.
Well, I bought two. So
I learned my lesson. I learned.
and-
Newbie knows this. I learned my lesson with polybags.
Yeah.
I took an L.
If you're new to the community, if you're new to collecting, just because it's in a polybag, it does not mean it is
Still got it for steel though, bro. So I'm cool.
in great condition. Okay,
Not at all.
just keep that in mind.
Solid 8.5.
All right, Face, give us another book, man. Hot book of the year 2020.
1 second.
One.
We don't know if
Sorry, man, I had to cough.
Oh, I was gonna say.
All right, so one that I like was a favorite of mine. It, I don't necessarily want to say it blew up or anything, but it was an introduction of a character that I liked for as long as she was around. Captain Marvel number 18 and the first appearance of L'Oreal, Captain Marvel or Carol Danvers, half
Ain't that
sister.
like a hair product?
L'Oreal.
I believe so.
Yeah, this book. Yeah, Face, you're right. What's this book going for, Rod? You know?
I think about like $15 in the US.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll sell mine for 25 Canadian if anybody wants it. I know a few people were looking for this. This was a hot book when it came out. I think it was a week when this one came out as well. So
Yeah,
that
Week,
and
week.
the other thing is, character does have some kind of potential, in that she stepped into the accuser role. So
Mhm.
more than likely, she's someone that you'll see pop up again in Marvel Universe.
yeah. But yeah, this book I bought 2 copies. I have one left. Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy one, I'll sell one for $24.50 Canadian.
You guys are sleeping on Marvel Cosmic stuff. I won't
Yeah,
hold on to that a bit longer.
All right, Hyper, give us a book, brother. Or do you have were you gonna show something Captain Marvel 18 related there?
No. I was actually gonna show my next pick actually.
All right, let's hear it.
Just like you were surprised that people didn't bring up King Robin, I'm surprised it took about 2 turns to bring up this book.
No, that's the one I was gonna get to. Oh, I was
Now newbie's got to adjust it.
one person before. You know what? That's what you do in life. You adjust.
I'm trying to leave the softballs for you guys.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, Hyper, I remember I did an auction and I had oh my god. Yeah. I had an auction. I had Zen World, one of the nice guys in the community.
Oh, it's a beauty.
He had the number 1 9.8, and he ended up selling it for, I want to say it was like 200 or 250 American on it. And yeah, man, even I felt like afterwards he was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna regret selling that. And I was like,
It's definitely going for more than that. I think at one point I saw it going for like 350 Canadian. So I don't know what in American, I guess.
well, 250.
Yeah,
$4.
that Strange Academy is going pretty good.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna be super popular. I mean,
And there's a lot of variants for it too.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Especially when you get into like the later printings too, and some of the later printings for Strange Academy, the number 1 issue have held some value too.
Yeah, the thing is, I've been picking up the later printings, at least of issue 1, just because I know that most of the shops have been kind of hip to these late printings recently, so you're not going to see that much gains. But I feel these are those kind of books that you just kind of stash away, that once the series gets more heat than it already has, those late printings will probably be the ones to also gain, more value. But the thing that, the funny thing about this series was, I think issue 1, I think someone mentioned that it came during that period of, at least in my area, when the lockdown was about to start. So it kind of flew under the radar, and it only really picked up after like a month or 2 after the release of issue 1. So it wasn't even an initial, like when I went to my shop, and this is one of those things like, like the one that got away kind of story. I saw like racks of this at my shop, and I only just picked up like 1 just for my PC. So wish I could have grabbed a few more, but
the number one, I was told, grab it. People were like, man, grab it. And I was like, I don't know, man. It took me a while because I was thinking, okay, Doctor Strange is not really one of my favorites. So, just, right? And I got on it late. And even when I got on it late, I was contemplating buying it because the price was at $40. And I let it go. And even at $40 now, it looks like it's a stupid, it's stupid on my part because, $40, I would have made my money in a heartbeat if I would have kept it, right? So,
I guess if you would have graded it, and if you were sure it was a 9.8, yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's and the thing is, the funny thing about the series is, I mean, it has like reader buzz to it, but a big majority of the reason why this book is heating up is because there's a lot of speculation that this could be possibly a Disney Plus show. But the fact is, there hasn't actually been any confirmed news or reports regarding that. So interesting how this book has been catching a lot of value for a lot of unfounded,
Sana, one of my early guests on my show, one of my favorite people. I consider her in the comic family. However, she is all the way in Europe, so sometimes it doesn't line up for timing. It is 4 a.m. where she is, and she is tuning in.
4 a.m., bro.
I'm assuming she just woke up to like open the door for her cat, or
It's like 3, bro.
Washroom or something, or she's just coming home. But whatever the case may be, Sana, thank you for joining. Okay, before I get into something that Sana might have mentioned, we're gonna stay on something that Face said, but this is again another character because Sana is here. Captain Marvel 23, another book that.
Oh, look at him trying to suck up. We already talked about Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel 23. This got a lot of hype because of the fact of this character right here being on the cover, Namor's son.
What's his name? Ove?
Ove.
Oh, I thought it was Evo, or I
No, definitely not Evo.
No, he's not the turn.
I just make up my own names for people anyway, but oh look, I'm look at that. I just opened the door for my cat. See, I was right.
Psychic.
I thought the better character out of the ones that came out in that issue was Bridget Thor's daughter.
Bridget?
Yeah. Is that 18 or is that 23? 23?
No, that was 20. That was 23.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, this one came out big. This one I think has a lot more long term. Like this one I have in the box of like never open kind of thing. Like just let it sit there. Again, I'm not the biggest Captain Marvel fan, and
and I mean while we're on Captain Marvel, I mean you might as well go ahead and mention. Yeah, number 22 was
that's a variant for
Thor, Phantom X5.
So yeah, 18, 22, 23. Jeez.
Yeah. All right, Keys, give us a book.
All right. This is Keys number 1. 2020 what the fuck moment. And this is a free comic book, y'all.
Okay.
Face and I talk about it all the time. It's the loss of Tony's leg and what the fuck happened to it. All right. What happened?
This should be interesting.
It dropped. Literally, the leg dropped and the book dropped. Never picked back up again, bro. Like he's an
I wish you had that book handy so that we could get a close up of the leg missing.
I should have, bro. It's on the top of my pile too, like my free comic book pile.
Yeah.
It was to be honest,
tragic moment for Tony Stark, his life, and we brushed that shit completely under the rug like it never happened.
Right? Did every writer forget about that? Like,
all of them. Even the dude that wrote it probably forgot about it.
Right. That's the WTF moment of 2020 for me personally. If we're doing the hottest of 2020, that's the hottest pile of shit right there.
Hottest pile of shit. That should be a good countdown.
Heard it here first. I'm honestly going to rip out that page
acquired
and frame
Wolverine healing factor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so if you are looking at picking up Dupe, all you have to do, this is really the years right here. Okay.
I was like, where's Newbie going with this?
Yeah, this is the first appearance of Dupe. Okay, if anybody
at least Slimer, bro. Come on, man.
Right here.
Come on, man.
He didn't even give you the dignity of giving him a Ghostbuster franchise.
Yo, right. Okay.
Some real hater shit right there.
2020, X of Swords Destruction 1. I forget what page. Big battle. Dupe's right in the background, bro. That's a fun fact for you guys. Thank you, Face, for pointing it out. Boom. All right. Mans didn't lose a leg in that issue, bitch.
You can't lose a leg if you've never had one, though. Does he even have legs?
That's
all right,
well, neither does Iron Man.
Give us another book, man. We're tired of hearing about Tony Stark's leg.
All right. Let's see. Another book. All right. Let's talk about. I got another good one for you. Star Wars, Darth Vader, Number 7. First Ochia Bastoon.
Death Vader.
Death Vader.
Death Vader.
The
Yeah.
legend is born.
Talk about Death Vader.
See, you guys can take a picture and then just put like death right there.
Yeah.
Boom. Screenshot it. Boom. Now this one face, a lot of people are I think a lot of people are collecting this one, but that's number 6. I think it was the second printing was the one that caught a
Right.
little bit of heat as well, right?
That was his first cover appearance.
Yeah, the first cover appearance. And the cameo appearance in number 6 was pretty hot too. And it's a character like you know how shit ends up for him. Not well, because I mean we saw it in the movies that it doesn't go well for him, but whatever. I mean, it's still an interesting character, and he's a part of Star Wars lore, and you're getting that backstory of what exactly happened to him.
Bro, but how
Beyond
did
the
he die,
basic-
Face? How did he die, Face? How did he die?
We're not gonna, we don't actually know that particular part yet.
I could fill in some gaps for you. What he did before he died, he tried to hunt down a regular child. Okay, I lied. She's not really regular. Tried to hunt down regular parents for a special child. Okay, for a gifted child. And died with a dagger in his hand, bro. Like, come on, man. That's almost as bad as Fett's original death, but we all know Fett can't die because he's OG.
Yeah, well, and he's back anyway. So
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we know the end result of the story for Ochia Bastoon, and that it doesn't go well for him. So we're just getting some of his backstory and everything like that. But it is cool to see this character become a bigger part of Star Wars lore. So
It's cool to see him alive
Yeah, it's a good pick, man. Good pick.
because we see him
Hyper.
dead.
Give us a book, brother.
All right. Actually, his Keys' screen actually gave me a hint for the next book. Something is killing the children.
there we go.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sticking with that indies theme, this series started in 2019, and like I mentioned before, it's a series that still hasn't let up in quality. We're I think 13. Tomorrow's I think issue 14, right?
14.
No.
13.
13?
13.
13.
13, yeah. And yeah, man. I mean, the quality hasn't let up, and you know how we were talking about how previously when I was mentioning Stillwaters, how you think the story's going one direction, but it's actually going in another direction. Like, when you started reading Something is Killing the Children, we thought, okay, it's just going to be a horror story, just about, just exactly what the premise of the title is. Like, something is killing the kids, and then you're trying to figure out what it is. But because the thing is, the whole
That's a
series,
spoiler, bro. That's a spoiler.
yeah, I know it's a my bad.
There's something killing the
Something.
children. That's a
Sometimes
But
when
the whole-
Keys' screen, he's always like,
I know that's the thing. It's like
I'm always thinking like Price is Right or something. Like he's always like,
I told you.
Come on down to Flavortown. What's up?
I don't know if we wanted to.
Something is killing the children. This guy's all like, how much you want to bet on this?
Didn't I tell you on Sunday he's like our Vanna White?
Oh man, yeah.
Fine. Vanna White-ish.
Vanna White-ish. Sorry, my bad. White-ish. But yeah, man. Okay, now I can't even finish my point. So we.
You don't
thought
even remember what
that-
the hell he was talking about.
I really don't. What book was I even talking about? Yeah, Something is Killing the Children. Yeah. So, we thought the story was going in one direction, but now I don't want to spoil too much, but we're seeing there's a lot more to the story than we thought, and characters that are being explored, new characters are being introduced. So at first I thought when I was reading this series that this is going to have a short shelf life because, once the mystery is solved, what more can you do? But there's a lot
Another
more.
mystery.
Sorry? What's that?
Another mystery, bro. Scooby-Doo does all the time, fam. What do you mean?
Anyways, but the thing is, there's bound to be other, threads that have to be tied up now with this series. And yeah, man, it's just a series that I would suggest anyone that's kind of sleeping on it to hop on it. Unfortunately, if you want to start from issue 1, you're going to be paying a premium for those issues. So I would
Pick up
just
the trade.
pick up the trade,
So
and
I did.
then just
What is a raw copy of Something is Killing the Children #1 going for right now? Do you guys know?
Too much for me at the time.
Cover raw cover A was
50.
going for about $100.
$200.
Okay, because I passed up getting cover number 1, cover A.
Which print? Like 67th print or
No,
69th?
the first one, like the first one. Back in April for about $40.
That actually would have been.
Bro, Something is Killing the
That's
Children is
accurate.
one of those books
That's
too,
accurate.
where like you were just talking about like the later printings and everything, and they've all held a lot of value on those too.
Yeah.
So some of them being actually more valuable than.
But we talk about a lot of the word markability on this show when we do our shows, when we get together, when we talk about spec and possible movie and things like that. Markability. You look at this character, it is marketable. You can see people dressing up. I know I always say, oh, they could dress up like it for Halloween, but guess what? Women are still dressing up as Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman. Like that's what sells. Then they can market it in Walmart like that. So
that's the thing though, and I mean that's the thing about the book and why it's going to probably expand and get much bigger. Because
Damn. And he
it's
lived
actually
in my
like the character itself, Erica Slaughter and everything is super marketable, and a lot of people have talked about it for a show. But one of the things that occurs to me is what network is going to take a risk on making a fucking television show about children getting slaughtered?
That's true.
HBO.
So
Yeah.
well, the thing is, you'll probably see that be the heavy focus for this first arc and everything like that, like it has been in the comics. But there's going to be probably bigger protagonist or antagonist brought in and everything like that. So
Like the
And
entire
the thing
secret society.
I want to say that, and hopefully nobody gets offended. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I look a little older than I am. I'm 32. But
You're 32,
yes,
bro. I didn't even know I'm playing.
it's been soft. A lot of people get offended by a lot of things in the last couple of years, like 5 years. It's like everybody, you can't say hello to somebody. Like if you go,
Why'd you say hello to me, bro?
Right? Like somebody might get offended and be like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? You can't say Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just getting ridiculous. So with that said, I think that we kind of are breaking the mold a bit. So I can see a network kind of picking up this, even though it is killing children and stuff, but they don't have to necessarily show it. If that makes
They don't
sense.
have to show it, bro.
right, it'll just end up that it'll turn more away from that being like the central focus of the series.
No, but listen, I'm not gonna lie though. Like one of the things that actually drew me, and this probably speaks volume of my character, but one of the things that kind of drew me to the book was the fact that they weren't shying away in killing those kids, because they kind of went there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and if they do eventually do like a series on HBO or whatever, they're gonna have to really, but they have to lean into that aspect of the book. It's not called something that someone is bullying the kids, someone is picking on the kids. It's called someone is killing the kids. So that has to be emphasized, and that kind of does those, like, this is not a spoiler.
It gets pretty dicey with that, so.
It does, but I mean, it also makes that series also unique because it's doing something that a lot of, series are kind of shying away from, for the fact that it would cause a bit of controversy. Same reason why Department of Truth is also catching some attention, because it's kind of going in places where people are like, I don't know, like, should you be going in those places?
That's it.
Right.
Can we make a vote? Say that
I think. Sorry, Keys, go ahead.
No, you first.
I was going to say the big thing that we are missing here is the fact that this is, like everybody says, you hear it all the time, is marketable. It's popular. What does that mean? You think that what's it called? A studio is gonna not touch it? Like if there's money to be made, they're gonna, someone will touch it. I think that that's what's gonna happen. Somebody will take on the
But the thing is, I don't want to see a show where it's like.
The problem is,
like I don't want to see like a cutscene where like the kids like gasping and then it cuts to black and then we're supposed to be left to our imagination to figure out what happened. Like,
what if it's like blood everywhere?
Right, like Sana just said in chat. Well, Sana just mentioned in chat about Anakin killed kids too. That's true, he did. But whenever they did that scene, it completely cut away.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of fucking cutting away, and something is killing the children, because a whole lot of kids get killed, and it's pretty, it's pretty brutal.
15-minute episode, yo, just black.
Pete,
Yeah, it's pretty brutal too. So
I hope Kid Collector's not in this chat.
I haven't seen him make a comment. So I think we're good.
I think Kid Collector's scared of us now. It's like, I don't want to die.
Oh my god.
Again, a book that has. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Face didn't say this one, but I mean, maybe he just left it for me. But
No, I have beef with that book. I have beef with that book, bro.
why?
I'm curious.
It's the prelude that has all the first appearances.
You're talking about the graphic novel?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
It's
thing
not-
is,
The prelude came out first.
Yeah,
and
but
there hasn't been a new character in this entire run so
wait,
far.
hold
that I can think of.
up. Didn't the prelude and the free comic book day get released
Yeah.
simultaneously?
yeah, they actually did get released the same day.
Not in my
But
area.
chronologically, the graphic novel comes first.
There was,
but
my
it's a
shops
graphic
had
novel,
3.
not comic. So as far as what's going to be, I guess, official as first appearances, I don't know.
Right? That's my beef. Because our area, we had 3 graphic novels, and they didn't come out the same day.
Yeah, what's
But
the
the thing is,
one look like? I don't know what that one looks
And
like.
firstly,
hold
I
on,
read
hold on, I'll
number
show it to
1
you.
to 6 before I read the prelude, whatever the hell it's
Mhm.
called, the before, the prequel.
On the prelude.
And it's so, it's now that I read it, I understand so much more, man. So it's a must read for sure.
Yeah, and
It's a great series.
yeah,
So-
It is a good series. It's a very good series.
and he's done with Walking Dead. He's looking for something else.
But it's like Dragon Ball Z, man. It's touching my nostalgia, bro.
I think this is the next thing that he wants, and a lot of people are saying,
There you go. Yeah.
never seen that ever.
Bro, the old man with the J's on, bro. The old man with the Jordans, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, that's.
My
I mean,
soul.
that was the prequel graphic novel. I think it came out. It was like $10.
Raider
Yeah,
Bear
see, this-
the trade was first. Free
That's what I'm
comic was
saying.
second. First issue was third. Shit.
Chronologically,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
But the thing is, in terms of release schedule, I think FCBD and because our shop got them both at the same time.
We
Yeah,
did
they
that
were.
at the same
They
time.
released on the same day.
Ours had like the Tick and Power Ranger Slayer or some shit.
Yeah, Ranger
Oh,
Slayer.
the Ranger Slayer, yeah.
My shop gave me like 4 copies of that book. I have no idea why. Or I know because they didn't want to throw it out.
I
They
think
Yeah, it was
most
still
of our
booked, though.
LCSs never got the Firepower graphic novel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But the thing is, you can still find those graphic novels on the shelf. So I don't think, because I think
No,
people
we have to special order them.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think ultimately probably the free comic book day issue is going to be the one that sort of gets recognized to be like the first appearance.
So
Yeah,
let's
because the
talk
thing
about
is,
19 copies
It's
of
the
a
first
book.
comic.
I got 3 copies from Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
At least 6 of those. At least.
Usually when there's a Free Comic Book Day and they just let us I try to grab it because you never know. Like nowadays, you never know with the Free Comic Book Day. Like the
True.
people that had Umbrella Academy, like they didn't know, you know what I mean? Like all those Free Comic Book Day Spider-Mans from years past, they just get out of hand, man. So, if you can ever get free comic books, just grab them and take them. Just put them in a box somewhere.
Bro, I'll bring my
Yeah,
box.
it's
It'll be
usually
a live
fucking years
stream.
later they blow up too.
Oh, sure. Sana's got that book. Shoot.
She got
the free
one.
comic book.
Yeah.
But the thing is also the market is always going to lean towards those single issues than graphic novel.
Right.
If you're looking for spec, you're right. Chronologically, obviously the Prelude is the one to go to. But if you're looking at spec value, it would be this free comic book day and even issue 1, the actual issue 1 that came out also.
Which is the exact same as free comic.
It's the same content exactly, which is why that free comic book day issue is like the thickest free comic book day issue compared to the other ones.
That's true.
Right. That was a really weird release with that shit.
That was strange, man. That's why I have beef with it.
So anything free, I'm taking, regardless. Even though I live in a first world now.
Oh, you may want to rethink that philosophy. Yeah, that might not get you very far in life. If anything free, I'm taking.
If somebody gives me a free comic, I'm taking it. Put it that way.
All right. Stick
All
to
right,
comics.
Give us a book, brother.
All right, man. This book had me scrambling to pick it up because due to work, I missed the first new comic book day, so I had to go the next day. It's the first appearance of Solemn. What happened to that man's, bro?
Wolverine.
I
That
mean,
was-
he
that
got
was one of those
introduced like a
scrambles.
minute ago.
That was-
Shit.
That was a last minute scramble, bro.
Wolverine what?
Number six, or X-Force third.
It's funny
Two-ish.
because both issues came out the same week.
Same week?
Yeah.
Same week. That's one I never got into. I never spec'd on, but I was told get it. And to be honest, I followed the trend and it was the FOMO and I scrambled and I got mine. But where is he now? What's the book going for now?
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're getting- They're getting ready to start some arc with him in Wolverine, apparently. So.
Yeah,
The
the thing is,
craziest part is 2 days later, everybody hated him, calling him a knockoff Gambit. Like,
well,
what?
again, like certain characters, you can't. They're gonna get that initial high, and then eventually they're gonna sit back in the basement. And I think it's one of those characters that you're gonna have to just wait patiently for.
Yeah, it's a book I think you just put in the box of do not open in 5 years. And if something were to happen to it, you go back to that box and you're like, oh shit, and then
True.
that's it.
True.
I think at that point, like if you buy these books at cover price the day they come out, and you're doing that whole like, oh my god, I think you just throw them in a box and wait because you just wasted $5. Not wasted, but you just spent $5. So it is what it is. Like, why try to sell it for 10 when, you know what I mean? If in
Right.
2 years, 3 years, it's something, well then, whatever.
It was purely hype, though, man. I read the issue and I was like, this character ain't special in the least.
You can say that about a lot of things, so.
What you mean, Dupe is special? Iron Man's
Whoa.
leg is special.
Don't make me bring up Flubber again. Face, give us a book, brother.
Yo, newbie, take me out. Take me out. The rum's calling.
Damn. On that note, Batman 96, first appearance of Clown
Black
Hunter.
my screen, baby. Black my screen. What you doing?
Oh, sorry.
The man does realize he has that option too, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Batman 96, first appearance of Clown Hunter.
I think the really nice one was that what is it? The 1 in 25 or the 1 in 10? The all red. Red or-
Yeah.
The design variant, yeah.
That one is a really nice cover.
Or are you talking about the was it Matina or Frederici that did a variant for that? It was like a painted cover.
No, it was the ones that Hyper just said because they.
Oh, you are talking about the design variant?
Yeah. Like a Punchline had hers.
Yeah.
Clown Hunter design, all of them. Yeah, that I just thought that one was kind of cool. It's the yellow one. Or no, am I wrong?
No, it's a yellow one. Hold on,
Yeah.
That yellow one.
Yeah, there was-
for what, $100? I think north of 100.
let me bring that up. Hold up.
Holy crap! Is everybody doing this?
Doing what? No. I'm still with you guys. I'm just gonna bring that.
Okay, well, all
Damn. What the
I-
hell?
I'm-
Oh, y'all just want to be like me. Okay, that's cool.
yeah, no, I think that book won like north of $100.
No, really?
I think so. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's definite interest in Clown Hunter.
Well, face.
And possibly having some kind of a figure.
Bro, thank you for bringing up my boy, Clown Hunter, man. I got the most faith in this dude. I want to see him do big things, man. I got 2 copies of 96 for sure. Do not have a variant, though. But minor details. There's a lot going for him, man. The
See,
kid's
there was
clicking.
there was another variant that came out for that one, I think too. That was either Frederici or Matina variant. That was pretty nice.
Yeah. Though I can't seem to find the.
Buddy, he's like a.
Jorge-
he looks like
Jorge
he's out
Jimenez
of,
had-
like.
Great run on Batman.
What's the latest spec on Clown Hunter? You guys are saying that he is possibly. I can't remember because honestly, when you guys sometimes talk DC, I'm kind of just in my own world. So
You never
Damn.
know.
Wow.
Could be trained to do
So
something.
yeah,
bigger in the
potentially
future.
Red X is possible.
yeah, Red X, right? Yeah,
Yes.
that was the one. I was just sitting around, guys. Come on.
So
Red
here's
X.
the thing. He's a product of Gotham. the Gotham that Batman has inadvertently created.
Yeah.
And you never know, someone might want to corrupt that ideology. Someone like the Ghostmaker. Or anyone else that wants to,
Which is another
screw
one
with
that could be
Batman
on the list.
mentally. Oh, my bad.
Yo, what's going on, Austin? What's going on, Oregon? And Raider Bear is saying, oh shoot.
Can't seem to find it.
No, newbie. What was that name? Go ahead. What was that name?
Wow.
Louis.
Thanks, Keys. You just totally ruined that.
Oh, my bad.
Newbie was gonna butcher that shit.
Louis.
Which name?
Thanks, I'm so sorry, man.
I
I
don't
ruined a good moment.
Raider Bear is saying Batman Annual number 5 is Clown Hunter's origin story.
Yeah, that hasn't come
Yeah,
out
that's
yet.
another one coming out that looks
No,
like a pretty dope cover.
I'm gonna pull this.
You're saying that it hasn't come out yet?
No,
Hasn't
I
come
think
out yet.
Not yet.
isn't it?
3 more weeks. 3 more weeks.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I know it's coming soon.
It's on my list, baby.
Yeah.
We're pulling all them copies.
Been a
Yeah,
while.
I can see big things with Connor more so than Ghostmaker or Ghost Hunter, whatever the
Ghostmaker.
is that
I
his
mean,
name?
if you read, well, did you read the new issue of Batman?
Yes. Yes, I did.
See,
105.
'cause I mean, without spoiling too much or anything, it looks like Ghost Hunter might have at least a little bit of staying power with James
Ghostmaker.
Tinian arc, at least.
Oh, he'll be around, bro.
But how long is Tinian going to be around for Batman? Is he actually going to be around for a bit now?
I mean, can they afford to take him off of Batman? It's probably their best-selling fucking book.
But how many series does this guy have going for right now? He has
Almost as many as Kate's.
But every single one of them are fire, so shit.
true.
Volume is not hurting his quality, apparently.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys were talking about this character. Oh, you guys were not his name. You guys were talking about Opal. Opal?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, shoot. You should have said what he wrote, what was written. Yeah, because I see this comment here. Harley and Joker kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So- Yeah, it is.
That was
yeah.
great. I'm just glad we got that moment.
Yeah, hey. It's all Spanish in here and then English in here. So, it is what it is. Sometimes
Yeah,
the
that
word
wasn't even close, but we'll take it. Fuck it.
come out or yeah. All right. So we did face and hyper switch spots here. Or keys. Everybody switched spots on me. Hyper,
Yeah,
you're up next,
guess
brother.
it's the hyper.
I'm up next. Okay, so you know what? I think Keys will like this.
Oh god, toilet paper. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Listen,
Who is that bum?
You can make fun of my English, but I say flubber and toilet paper, and you fucking want my head.
on that note, so I'm not a big Spawn collector, but Gunslinger Spawn, I have been picking up the issues. The thing is, I mean, look, it is a product of the 90s, and I grew up in the 90s, so it's almost like I kind of have to pick it up kind of for that. It's a product of my youth, right? So
damn straight. Yo,
anything
this man say you?
product of my former youth. Man, don't highlight how old I am.
Well, I mean,
You just suck
since we're bringing up Spawn, I mean, do we want to go ahead and mention the last issue and the introduction of the new character there, Monolith?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Red Meat or something.
Well, I guess that's what
When that comes out tomorrow.
initially the name was put out as by a certain app or whatever. But no, its name is Monolith.
Well, damn, you heard it here first. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to be picking up that Capullo cover for sure. I mean, obviously the Santa Claus Violator cover is also
It's
going to be fire.
fire.
Yeah, that one I'm picking up.
Yeah, I like the Violator cover. And I'm actually, I mean, I like all three covers. I'm probably gonna pick up all three. I guess it says that the Plague Spawn or whatever does not show up in the first issue. Is now in the solicits or something like that.
It's about damn time to change it, man, because they're lying.
I think when you have, like Austin says here, it's the cornerstone of his collection. Raider Bear saying agreed. There are so many people. And I think it's something that I pushed early on when Keys kind of started getting out, because he would always say, like, oh, well, I like Spawn and Dupe, like how many people are out there? And I said, man, you'd be surprised. Like, not be proud of your niche, but like represent what you like. You know what I mean? Like I like Iron Man. Everybody knows I like Iron Man, right? And it's nothing bad, but Spawn, man, you bring up Spawn and you're very surprised at the amount of people who collect it, people who are waiting for movies and things like that. I don't know if it's a popular belief, but you guys have heard me say this when we kind of did like a movie segment early on. But I said that Spawn probably won't get a movie or probably won't reach its peak until probably Todd McFarlane
You mentioned that, but
is passed away, and then the family sells the rights, and then like a studio.
Oh, man, he's very selective. Like he allowed.
I know, and that's what they allow the family
in Mortal Kombat. It worked. Mortal Kombat, and it worked somehow. Like
yeah, but it's Mortal Kombat. I mean, they put Darth Vader and Yoda in Mortal Kombat too.
Yeah. Bro, they didn't. That was Soul Calibur, bro.
Okay, but regardless, they put them in fighting games too. So like obviously you can just throw anybody in the damn in a fighting game and it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Super Mario Brothers fucking fighting games, like.
But it worked because like I ain't even gonna get it in. That's a live stream on its own.
There's a lot more Spawn.
Talk about Smash Bros.
Spawn lovers and Spawn collectors than you actually think. You know what I mean? Like there is a ton. That's a dope cover.
This one.
Yeah, Austin. I think me and Austin are on the same thing. I think it's more controlling than selective, and that's one of the big reasons why I always say, obviously I don't wish death on the guy. I would not wish that on anybody. But I'm just saying, I don't think like if you're waiting for a movie or even like the toy line or anything like that, I don't think we're gonna see it until his passing. And then, when somebody would probably give the family some kind of money. You know what I mean? Like. I just don't think we're going to see it.
Well, I mean, the toy line, no. The toy line has already been well established and probably one of the best toy lines ever. I mean, that's why you see McFarlane taking on DC Multiverse and everything else. And, I mean, the movie is supposed to be coming. Supposed to be.
Listen, my mom told me
supposed to be.
Disneyland when I was 13. I'm 32 now. I have not been to Disneyland in Orlando. Okay, I've been to Disneyland in Europe, but not in Orlando. So,
okay, but let's hop back on this book. It was hot because a sweet character that holds its value introduced in Spawn 174 and first cover appearance 175, something like that. I lied. 174, 175 is the Gunslinger. Held its value for years. 309 came, and people like Newbie and random other people that don't want to touch Spawn were like, money makers. What they didn't know was 306D or C, whatever the hell that cover was.
I think it was cover D.
That shit held its value too. I've missed on that, and that was also released in 2020.
First of all,
and I missed that one, bro.
I thought Spawn's on your.
I don't do this, and I don't.
It's like a supervillain move right there.
No, it's how he puts on his Purell.
Bro, 2020 problems.
Yeah, I went to the one in Paris. Yeah. Coco, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Okay. So Spawn. Actually, the book that I'm going to be talking about is no other than a book that people were going ape shit for 2 weeks ago. Okay, 2 weeks ago, it was one of those books that if you did not have it, you were bitching. You were getting mad at everybody who had a copy. If you had it, you were saying, what's the problem? I have one or two. But if you didn't have it, you were bitching that the whole world was against you and blah, blah, blah. I know this because I had a copy. It's Daredevil 25. One of the hottest books of the year, and it's literally just come out. But man, this book was making people go crazy. It hit $60 by Thursday morning, I believe it was.
It's like 25 American.
$60 Canadian is not $60.
I don't play. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Daredevil.
I mean, that's about right.
I think a lot of people. I think even this group right here, us four.
Aaron, do you have a second one? I want
No.
that second one.
No.
Wait, what?
I think. Oh, Aaron is saying sold my Spawn 174, 9.8 with no regrets.
That's on my grail. That's my list. The two get eventually.
I think Daredevil 25. I think it's even split between us four. Some people are saying sell it, quick sell. Some people are saying keep it. I mean, this is like 2 weeks ago, but you know, a lot of people still debate: should you keep it? Should you sell it? Me personally, I was on the sell. I got it. I sold it. That's just what it was.
I mean, if you can get $60 for it, shit.
Yeah, if I had a second copy, I definitely would have sold it. But because I'm collecting Daredevil on my pull, I'm kind of one of those OCD people that if one issue is missing from my run, I need to hunt that down. So unfortunately, I can't sell the copy that I have, even if it is going for 60, 70, because I don't think it's going to maintain that value, honestly.
No. So and that's why I sold it. I sold mine for $30 all in, and I paid cover price. So I mean, it's not like I made a fortune off of it. But again, I'm using that money to buy my silver, to buy my bronze. You know what I mean? Like if you can do that, that's fine. It's not like I went to my store and picked up like 10 copies of it. You know what I mean? I don't have another one. Otherwise,
No, I'm with Aaron on that one. Yeah, if I had another one, I would have sold it. Yeah, exactly. And you saw how much that 1 in 25 is going for, right? It's like,
yeah, I think it was like 140 or something like that. I think it was.
yeah, it was going almost close to 200 Canadian at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raider Bear saying Daredevil 25 didn't even make the shelf at my LCBO. They sold LCBO. Local LCBO.
Just thinking about the weekend
What?
already.
Oh.
For those that don't know, LCBO is basically like the liquor board in Ontario.
Not serious.
Yes, because we cannot buy liquor from random spots. We need selective stores to buy
Wow.
liquor. It's like the Third Reich of liquor control, bro. It sucks.
This book, if you did not have it on your,
Thank you, LCBO.
if you did not have, that's the greatest. That's a great word to describe it, Coco. If you did not have this book on your pull, or you didn't call ahead, the shops laughed at you. Like if you said, "Hey man, like, do you have a copy?" You know, they laughed at you. They laughed.
Bro, they were like, I got one for newbie.
Yeah, I had it on full list.
I was like, oh, I hate you.
I didn't have to go through all that thing.
My shop, one of my shops, because I go to 2. We have 4. I go to 2. I'm very loyal to 2 shops now.
You have 2 now.
One
You have
of
2
my-
now. I have
Would you like to plug either one of those, Hollywood?
One of my shops, Big B Comics in Niagara Falls, have
Fuck
them.
off.
And I'm very grateful. They have my business along with Sketchbook Comics. Both of those shops have my money, have my respect, have my
Don't
loyalty.
forget Big B Comics. St. Catharines.
Newbie, you gotta highlight Sana's comment.
They always laugh at. That's okay, because you know what happens? You do this. Boom, 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 boom. You just do that. That's okay.
I'm up.
I have 5 sisters, so whatever they say, it can't really hurt.
Our voice will not be silent.
Look, and he just changed up the whole order again.
Yeah.
This guy's
No,
copying chaos in his own show.
This is back to the original, no?
No,
I
basically,
don't
whatever.
I
Fake.
always
Who knows?
You're going just a little bit early. So, Face, give us a book.
Oh, it's on me. All right. Shit.
I read-
Let's
I
go with
read this. I didn't go
that
back.
girl number 50. First appearance of Ryan Wilder.
yeah.
Keith, that's my book.
You know, obviously that one kind of blew up a little bit. Yeah, because you know.
Keith, where are my books?
I'm
What's
in
that?
isolation. I can't leave my house, bro. Come and pick them up.
Keys
Come
had
and pick 'em up.
that girl 50, and I haven't been able to pick it up.
Did
They
you guys
called me.
Oh,
check
Keys
it.
already sold it on eBay.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
wait? Did you guys pick up the second print that came out last week? It
No.
had a new
Yeah,
cover.
great copy.
Oh, it had the cover? I don't.
It had a new
That's
cover
a
again.
negative. That's a negative.
Negative. What's that book
It
going
wasn't.
for?
It was a recolor of the B cover,
No,
What's
no,
that going for raw?
or was it? No.
it was a completely new art. Rye was going for
I'm searching it right now. Hold on.
at one point it was like 25, 30. I have a feeling it dropped though.
That girl 50 is going for
Oh, that's the one with the new.
$30 Canadian.
I
Still?
do have your copy, newbie. I do. Now come through, get the COVID, and get your books and go, bro. Jeez. I
Damn.
tested negative. I tested negative for everybody. I tested negative.
Late breaking news on Newbie's channel.
So
He's
check
got
this-
COVID.
check
Oh,
this
bro, I'll
out.
leave it in my mailbox. I'll leave it in my mailbox, bro, and I'll Purell it. You know what I'm
Another
saying?
2 weeks of quarantine.
Fuck.
Check this out. 9.8 is going. It's in a bid, 6 bids, but it's already at basically $100. 98.
Wait.
Hey,
But,
hey,
Newbie, go to sold to see if people are actually still buying it though.
newbie, who's this rhinosaur? Wait, damn. Who's this man in the chat, bro? He's
Oh,
local.
I work with them.
Shut up. Hey, nice to meet you, bro. Sign my DMs anytime.
So yeah, people are as of December 21st. So that's what, today?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's holding about $20 value. Oof, 9.
Yeah, but look at the shipping. Depends where it's going from, right?
Right.
What is it going to like from Bosnia or something?
No, but sometimes people will do that on eBay. Just they make the shipping higher because eBay doesn't take as much of a fee.
Yeah, Americans
Yeah,
have
it definitely dropped off since it initially came out. When it first dropped, I think it hit up almost like $30 American.
Yeah, I think everybody's saying that it's dropping. Yeah, it's like 5 American. Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it spike again when the series starts on TV. But
Yeah, that's usually how it is, right?
right,
Yeah, 25. Yeah, that's great.
and then depending on how the series goes, that'll determine if it ever has any actual value.
I just got the one copy. Keys has got it. I mean, I didn't really go big on this. I haven't really gone big on a DC book since Dark Knight, Dark Legends of Night, with Batman, Dark, with
Legends.
Should have went big on that Year of the Villain, Origin 3.
I didn't even go big on that. I got 3 copies.
That's. I mean, most people couldn't even find one because they didn't see that punchline appearance coming.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, and Keys knows this. I had 2 of them on eBay until about like a week ago.
But I don't.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy though that people didn't see the punchline first appearance coming because it was literally advertised. I mean, granted, it wasn't the
extras.
best advertisement ever, but he came out and said, "Okay, it's going to be like one of 3 different issues." And,
But the thing is, didn't they wasn't the whole controversy was that it was kind of advertised after FOC when it was too late for shops to order? I think that
maybe
was
for maybe
You have
for
5
the I think
copies.
maybe for the Batman 89 because that was the cameo, and that shit's almost as expensive as Hell Arisen 3. But I think Hell Arisen 3 was around the initial thing. It's just that people weren't really on Hell Arisen the series at all, and then they didn't get the first 2 issues. And I know there was a lot of shops that were having issues with like people coming in looking to get the Hell Arisen that hadn't had that on their pull list or whatever.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was lucky. Hell Arisen was on my pull list just because I was following the whole infected storyline.
Right, same here. I mean, it was on
Yeah, I
mine
was.
for the exact same reason.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that Wednesday hunting. The only thing about here's a lesson learned about why we always say cover A is usually the go-to cover. For Batman 89, when I went to my shop, that series is on my pull list. But because that issue was over ordered, my shop basically made me choose between cover A or B. I chose cover B because I like the Matina art. But if you look at the values between both of them, A it does do a lot better in the secondary market than B. Even though B I find has a better art to it.
Yeah, I mean, B definitely still has value though.
It has value, but not near as much as A. So another
It was
case.
the same thing with like the Hell Arisen 3. There was a B cover on that. I think that.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing. Like a lot of people when you mention Hell Arisen 3, they always think of the A cover. If you were to tell me what the B cover was, it would be unrecognizable to me, because you don't really. It's you know what I mean. It's not really promoted as much as the A cover.
Right.
So.
All right, whose turn is it? Who just went?
I
Well,
think that was
went.
back
I
row.
think.
So it's Keith.
Keys.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, he's.
That's true. That is true. But I do have Catwoman 23. Okay,
Ooh.
that shit was hyped up. And here's the
Okay.
thing: I could give a shit about Catgirl. I wanted my Snowflake, the embodiment of cocaine. It's literally a quote, actually, in a comic. He is the god's embodiment, human embodiment of
He's in
cocaine.
love with the cocoa.
Bro, that is awesome. That is awesome. He came back looking like he's straight out the 80s, some Vice City shit. That was a book that heated up.
Yeah.
And hopefully is long-term investment here.
I only
She
got
made
the
the cover A. New character made the cover. It's beautiful, man.
I only got the second print of that. I missed out on the first because, like, yeah, I don't think a lot of people were pulling Catwoman on their run. So
I thought I had
For
two
long-term
copies. I only have
investment,
one.
For long-term investment, I think you're hurting. I mean,
Yeah.
like, let's be realistic. A character powered by cocaine.
No.
It's
Sorry, the
not-
Catgirl. The Catgirl's the
Right.
longer.
Well, hold on. A character
Now,
powered by
cocaine is
cocaine is
high.
not really going to have the staying power. The problem with Catgirl is initially she's from a foreign country. So her mother either has to basically give her to Selena or Selena has to kidnap her, which is a bad situation from
She's a
go.
burglar. She's a burglar.
And okay, right. But the drawing power, I think, for Catgirl is also the fact that she has a fucking panther, and you got to smuggle this goddamn thing back to the U.S. too.
Bro,
So I see a lot of problems.
Yo, the whole gang coming along, bro.
I
I
mean,
had 3 copies of that
wishful
book.
thinking.
I sold. I knew that I had sold 2. I just went and looked if I had that third one. I can't find it, so I'm assuming that I sold all 3. But yeah, I had three copies of that. That was a book that a lot of people didn't realize what that book was until later that day, like late or the next day.
Yeah. I was one of them.
Yeah, because you could still find some of those books on like Thursday. There was one shop here that had that book even on Friday, Saturday morning. So yeah, I think Keys, you went to pick that book up, and it's a shop that we don't really go to much, and you went on Saturday morning because I think I told you to go pick up an extra copy. And on Saturday morning, people had still not realized what that was.
I like how
Don't go
this,
to the
like,
shop because he killed me on that Spawn 309.
what do you mean you
Killed
killed?
me.
What do you mean, like the
He said he
pricing?
saved me a copy.
Oh,
Came
okay.
back the next day. He's like, "Oh, it's actually on hold for somebody." I'm like, "It's key issues, baby. It's key issues." It didn't work.
Yeah, that's dirty. That's dirty.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, but I agree with Face. It's not a book. It's not a book that, like, if you're holding on to, like, I would probably sell it right now. I probably wouldn't keep it. I just don't see anything moving forward with that book, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, on the flip side of that though, is bringing in that group in the next issue or whatever, the
Yeah.
Strays, or last issue, whichever one it was, I don't remember. The Strays or whatever, I guess could have some potential there as to, you know, having this Catgirl added into that group. But like I said, you know, there's a lot of shit you got to go through there because you got to explain that shit away of how she left her home in a foreign
That's a
country with
miniseries,
the
baby.
fucking panther. You know,
Miniseries,
Hyper,
bro.
you went already, right?
I'm not even sure what
I think
turnaround.
that was Keys.
Okay.
And you just do
Oh,
Catwoman.
not like before with the other screw around. All right, so so Hyper, give us a book, man.
Okay, all right. It seems like we're doing a lot more DC than I thought, but
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I actually got another one.
Because we stay steady with them hitters, bro.
DC had a lot of
Can't
first
see that.
appearances. Oh, that's cool.
Liar Liar from Wonder Woman.
Jim Carrey.
If Lasso was in here, he'd be.
I like that character too.
Yeah, that's the cover B, the Jim Lee.
That came out in what? In June, right? Late June.
No, wait, was it? It was definitely in the summertime, but I'm not sure if it was.
I thought it was late.
Wasn't
June.
it like it was, what was it, 763?
No, it was
I know it was in the sevens. I know it was in the sevens.
759 was the first appearance,
79?
and then
Okay, yeah. That's
Chief
like,
Comic, thank you for joining, brother. Thank you so much.
762 is basically when she kind of reveals who she really was. Because and 759, it's almost like she was introduced as like this timid girl that, you know, you almost thought it was just like a side character, and then you don't really. I mean, but the thing is, the way DC kind of solicited, they already gave away who she was because you saw the future covers for Wonder Woman, and you see her kind of sitting on like this high chair and all that. So it's almost like these kind of spoil their own story for us. But yeah, I mean, it's a character that people. I mean, she's gotten a bit quiet now. I mean, just the way it is with DC Spec lately. But it's just one of those young characters that they're trying to bring up. I don't know if it's. I don't want to compare her to like a Naomi or something where it's like a new generation character that they're bringing. We don't know how much staying power she has. They say that she has ties to Wonder Woman in the past, and she was. She just got reintroduced again into the series because they brought her in, they took her out for a few issues, and now she's back in. And she has a connection with Maxwell Lord, which I won't say what the connection is. But there seems to be some future with this character. Long term, not sure, but it's still a few issues in, and get it while it's still cheap.
That's what I missed out on. 110%.
I'm pretty sure you could still find it. Like if you really wanted that issue, you could probably still find her first appearance for like 10, 15, if it's something that you might have some faith in.
Yeah. Hyper, I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Put me on the spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot here for my next book.
Dramatic pause.
I didn't know that this book had been optioned back in August, and I don't know if a lot of people noticed. I don't know if it was August. I think it was like July, to be honest with you guys. Because when I started doing some Google after Hyper had put the knowledge in me, I did the research and came about thinking, okay, I got to pick this book up. And if you didn't pick it up, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be $1,000 book or anything like that, but it's one of those books that, hey, it's been optioned, it's been picked up. When they come out with the product on the big screen or a show, who knows?
Say it already. You're building me up, but now I'm curious.
Right?
What is it?
Oh,
Damn. Okay. Kaiju score. Right. Okay.
Kaiju score. Yes.
Good read. That was on my list.
This I think was undervalued. I just looked. I think I got it right here. Yep. eBay's got nothing except this. And even when you go up, look at this: $10, $7. It's parts of a hub set. There is the 1 in 15 Mark Nelson variant here for $15. But I mean, this is one of those books that if you do believe in it, if there is something of value here. I mean, I got it at cover price, but this is something that is still very affordable. And if you check an app that we do not name on this show, they even have it. So I know a lot of people kind of know what this is, but and again, I don't think it was in August. I think it was in like July, but yeah, this could be something. It's like what? It's like crime, and
it's kind of like
Ocean's 11
exactly
that kind of
mixed
vibe.
with Godzilla.
It has a very Tarantino vibe to it.
That's a good vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was nervous when Newbie was saying that I brought him to speed with an issue. I was like hoping it's not an issue that kind of flatlined. Like, I was like, that's why I kind of got nervous. Like, what is he implicating me in?
Yeah, and especially if you get that book at cover price, which I did. I mean, I don't feel bad paying $5 for it, especially for something. I mean, hey, it's being optioned. It's been picked up, so it's just a waiting game now. So we'll see. Or new book with no value. No book with no value. Come on, get out of here.
But the thing is, see, that's exactly when you should be buying those books. Like, obviously, like, buy it when no one's paying attention. Get it on the low.
Everyone values something different, though. You know what I'm saying? That's Wisdom Wednesday.
We got Joker and Carnage. We've got Ninja Turtles. We've got Flubber. I mean, we're all good.
Damn.
We all collect.
You just
No type of love.
you realize, Face, we were just part of Newbies a bit just to get that dig in on Keys.
That's completely all it was. Just to take that shot.
It is what it is.
It's a good shot.
You know what, guys? We're at the 2-hour mark. We still got a few more books to talk about. So
I ain't got shit.
Well, the crowd still loves you, man.
Yeah. All right. FaceTime, give us a book, man.
Legion of Superheroes #6. The first appearance of of, Monster Boy, the first appearance of the new Dr. Fate, and there was someone else that I don't know. People made a big deal about. Oh yeah, that new Lantern.
Yeah. That guy.
Which
Gold
Which one?
The Gold Lantern.
The Gold Lantern, yeah.
You just run out of colors now. Okay.
Yeah, we just went big. Just gonna go for it all and make them.
Platinum.
Wait. Okay.
Oh,
Face. Because I haven't really been reading DC as much as I should. We know that the Green Lantern's weakness is yellow. So if he's going toe to toe, if he's going toe to toe with the Gold Lantern, nice. Does that mean it's an automatic W for the Gold Lantern?
What about
I
Amber?
mean, it does
Super
look
caution.
rather yellowish to me.
If anybody wants to buy this off me, DM me. I've been trying to just like clear up some room, I guess you could say. So if anybody's looking for this one,
How many copies of those do you have?
I had 2. This is 50% of
The
it.
second, so he still has.
I mean, it's a Legion of Superheroes character. There's a lot of potential there, right, guys? Right?
Yeah, super. I mean, in 5 years, this book could be $1,000 book. So get it now, right now.
Because we know that Bendis is killing it in DC.
Yeah. No. If anybody,
Totally.
some people are into this book. Some people, those crazy hardcore DC fans, but whatever. The only thing that I will note is there was an argument to be made in the community that this isn't actually the first appearance of the Gold Lantern. It's actually a Superman book that had an error on it, and they had to kind of return, recall. It was recalled or something like that. So, yeah, that's the only issue with this book.
Yeah, no, that's not the only issue with that book at all. But
again, it's DC. It's not my thing.
No,
$3 to keep it? Shoot, okay.
I mean, I thought the strongest book that Bendis was writing in DC, personally for me, was Legion of Superheroes. To be honest, I liked it. I liked his run on Legion better than I did, the stuff he's been doing on Superman.
Okay.
Yo, I got a lot of facts, Sana. Sana, Sana should just fucking hop on.
Did we lose Hyper again?
No. Because
Oh, he's taking a lead.
No, because I realized we're burning through some books, so that's why I need to get one on the fly.
Oh, we got all kinds of books yet.
All right. Keys, do you have another book, or are you just gonna do hand motions and?
Oh wait, I got one. If Keys doesn't.
Nah, Ice Cream Man is a run. That's been
There we
hot
go.
this year.
All right, back to the drawing board.
I like it. Oh, nice. Just took his.
I'm sorry. But here's the thing.
But that's a good pick,
books.
though. Especially
That's a
with
good
like,
pick. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
especially
you.
with the with Ice Cream Man number 20, and coming out with the Dr. Seuss variants. Those really brought a lot more attention to that series too.
I'm not gonna lie, as a reader, just because there's like so many mini stories, I'll pick an issue up here and there. Like I'm not like super invested in it. You know what I'm saying? But they are good reads.
And I think a lot of people do like that too with the with that series. And actually the ones that are coming up on the next issue, the Christmas covers and everything like that are pretty great.
Fire, man. That was hot this year for sure.
I've liked a lot of the covers.
It's crazy because Ice Cream melts.
Been collecting for a while.
Ice Cream melts.
Yo, Sana's playing too much, bro. Get her in here. Just say these things, bro. Get her in here.
I told her to hop in if she wants to hop in at the.
Drop the link, yo.
Yeah, if she wants to come chill. What's it called? I'm actually struggling to find another book like I.
Careless Whispers.
Oh wow!
I can go next. I can go next if you're.
Yeah. It's your turn anyway. Yeah. So.
Just before someone else jacks my next pick. Kanto.
Oh.
Second volume. The first volume already came and went. Now we're on volume 2. Obviously, people are a bit more aware of what Kanto is. So this issue 1 is not going to go as nearly as much as issue 1 from volume 1 for obvious reasons. But it's still a good story. I'm still following it, and from what I've been hearing with interviews from the creators, there is going to be future installments of Kanto, so this is not going to be the end of the Kanto run. If you're already invested in Kanto, hold on to those books. If you have multiples, because I have a feeling those values are going to go up more so than they are already right now. I think we had a discussion about this, Keys, how even like a 9.6, you're still in the money with that issue 1 of Kanto. And it's a dope series. Look, I don't like. How can I put this? It's one of those books that
just put it. No filter.
it's one of those books that actually does gives you the feels when you're reading it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gives
Yeah.
you what?
It gives you the feels when you actually read. There are certain points
Feels,
that
bro.
it does actually. Not gonna be ashamed to admit it. There's a few parts where like, oh shoot, okay.
Tear up.
respect that.
Did you tear up a little bit, bro?
Not really. I mean, it
I
wasn't
mean,
like
it's okay if you did.
I don't think I've actually read a comic that made me tear up.
What
I've
about
had.
movies?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the
Lion
most,
King. Every time. I cry every time.
yeah, I mean, the most recent one was probably Endgame.
God dang.
I think that was.
I just came up with one. I just
Tears
realized.
of happiness.
Sorry.
I just
Tears of
came. I
happiness.
Tears of.
thought of a book. 2020.
The last one that made me cry would be you know what, I'm gonna say Catwoman. I cry about that one every day.
Which one? The Halle Berry?
Movie?
Yeah, Tears of Joy that I didn't never see that shit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, ooh,
Damn.
The last movie we cried in.
yeah.
It would have to be. Keys was there. Keys was there. Keys and Mr. Freeze were there.
Keys, you were there at the last movie
No
you
sleeves,
cried at?
baby.
Tell
No
the story.
sleeves. I was
Tell
there.
your story.
Wearing sleeves actually.
I looked up. Like, there
There's
was
an actual video of us in the movies, and he's not wearing sleeves. But it is Endgame.
I stopped because I was so excited on the scene that Tony died, and there's a splash of water that came up, right? And I was like, where the hell is this water coming from? So I looked to my left, not a thing in sight. I looked to my right, just newbie tears. Newbie tears soaking the ground. Puddles everywhere, bro. It was crazy.
You sure those were tears?
Whoa.
Jeez, that went dark.
I mean, Iron Man was all over the end of that movie, so it could be newbie porn.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I remember watching that movie actually after when it came out with my girlfriend, because my girlfriend is not into the superhero stuff. She watches it for me now. So she's like, hey, it was when it first came out on like I think it was like Netflix or whatever the case may be, right, for the movie, and we watched it. And when that part came, I started to cry, and she turned around, right, because she was like kind of sitting on the couch, like she was in front, so like I was kind of behind, and she turned around and she was like, just to check on me, and it's like when he's dying, and I'm like crying. I'm like, oh man. And she's like, are you crying? And I'm like, yeah.
I'll be honest.
Crying, you're crying.
So the thing is, after I mention my crying thing, I'll actually go back to Reynolds Nayer's question about what Kanto's about. But just going back to the Endgame, when that scene came, just to save face, I kind of, with the whole laws of gravity, I figured, let me just tilt my head up so at least the tears are just going to stay within the eye socket so it doesn't start dripping, right? So, but you could hear sniffing in the theater, though. You could hear a lot of grown men sniffling, not they weren't smoking.
That was COVID, bro. That was straight COVID.
Yo, this chat is popping off.
Starting
bro.
to make the
Jesus.
round.
But yeah, man, I don't blame you for tearing up in Endgame, though. So
Yeah.
But no, to get back to Reynolds, am I pronouncing his name right? Reynolds Snare?
If you're not, we will point and laugh at you for about 5 minutes.
Okay, I think everyone will have a hard time with that. Anyways, the
Can't
R-Man.
lose this man, bro.
So he was asking me what Kanto is about because I didn't really do a good job of explaining. So basically, the whole premise of Kanto is it's in a world where it's almost like a fairy tale world where these people they're basically under control, where all their hearts are taken out and they're replaced with clocks, and they're basically their lot in life is basically to serve their masters, and once their clock runs out, they basically that's it. They're kind of thrown into the furnace.
Why does it sound like a
Wasn't there
video
a
game,
Justin
bro?
Timberlake movie about that shit?
Sorry.
Wasn't there a Justin Timberlake movie about that shit?
In time?
Are you talking about that? What is it? That Save the World 5-minute, 10-minute song or something with Madonna?
I don't know. Some movie with him and Olivia Wilde.
Oh, oops.
In
Okay.
time, bro. With the
In
time, on
Time
the-
or something like that.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
movie, man.
they had
Bro.
time on their wrists.
I didn't see that
That
movie,
sounds
but
like that video game, man. What's that kid?
Oh, I know the movie you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That was a horrible movie.
yeah, well, I didn't see it. But no, but that's basically the premise. And he one of his the girl that he has feelings for, her clock is about to run out or is damaged. So he's on a quest to basically find a way to replace her, something will replace her clock or save her clock from running out. So it's almost like a love story in a sense, but it's like a
sounds like
hero's
Kingdom
journey.
Hearts.
Kingdom
with the
Hearts.
soulless. Yeah, with the soulless characters.
It has a very much that it does have like that whole hero's journey kind of feel to it. So it's almost like an underdog tale. It's like almost like the little engine that could kind of thing. But yeah, like I told you, man, this story has a ton of heart, and it's one of those books that it's not usually the typical kind of books that I normally would read. You know,
Okay.
it's not your superhero fare or those horror books. So it's like a nice change of pace, and yeah, I would recommend it.
So I'm up next, and I personally don't have this book. I've been showing you guys all the books that I do have. I don't have this book. Face will probably have more information about this book, but we're talking about the hottest books of 2020, and I think
hottest flops.
But one of the books, it actually came out. I think Face it was last week, but it's Usagi Yojimbo.
Agio Jimbo.
Number
Yeah.
15. Number 15. That variant.
I'm holding back. I'm holding back now. I'm holding back.
No, go ahead, Hyper. Go ahead, grab it.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Usagi
Yeah.
Yojimbo.
The retail incentive variant for number 15.
What was that? Was that a 1 in 10 or 1 in 25?
It's a 1 in
those-
the one that
yeah,
came out recently was 1 in 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they're
pink
1 in-
one. That one had a lot of people last week going a little bit crazy for it. I don't know what it's going for now because again, it's not a character or a series that I follow pretty closely. But that is a book. Yeah, last week was it was gaining a lot of traction. It's pretty hot.
You know, I actually have several copies of it, but I don't know what it's going for because I don't care.
Wait, you
I'm
have
not
several
selling it.
copies?
They're not
You have
leaving.
several copies of the incentive?
Yeah, I got 3.
Yep.
See, this man's on it, bro. He's on it all the time. I aspire to be this man.
I'm holding back. No hyper.
The
Don't
face
get-
version of faceless FaceTime, bro. Jeez.
Usagi Jimbo.
Bro, that incentive was hard as hell.
It is. I'm fortunate to at least have one copy.
Yeah, I have
I
zero.
got shit.
I have zero.
But I'm like a peasant compared to Face. Apparently, he's like I just got several.
I mean, like
Face had a lot, man. Face had-
as soon as I saw that in the solicitations, I knew that was going to be
The thing is, okay, here's
Big
my
deal.
question. Here's my question though, because like my shop had to up the order just to get that one copy, and even then they charged me like double ratio just so like, and even double ratio was still a good price. Like in your case, your shop must have had to order like several unsold copies of that series, right? Because I don't think it's a series. that
Oh
you-
no, I got them from different sources. I got 2 of them online.
But did you get them close to ratio though?
The one I got for I think like 10 and the other one was 15.
That's really good, man. That's really good. Because I think it's right now going for like $50-$60.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got them early, like real
Variant
early.
is going for
When they
50
first
US.
Yeah, 50
Okay.
US. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
That's about yeah, $68, $70 Canadian.
yeah, man.
So Yeah, that's a little crazy. All right, so we're gonna say one more book each, and then we're gonna call it a night. So, Face, your last book. Or wait, no. I went. Yeah. So, Face, it is your turn. Your final book, hottest book of 2020, sir.
I mean, I guess if we're gonna talk about, you know, the biggest things in 2020, we gotta, we kind of sort of tiptoed around it a little bit with different things that we've talked about, but we gotta mention King in Black and the whole Marvel
Ah, it's
series.
classic. Look,
I mean,
Oh, the King in Black.
and you know, there's obviously a lot that goes into this whole event, and there's so fucking many tie-ins, but you know, it's probably gonna be the biggest event of the year after it's all said and done. I don't know if it'll be the most consequential, but it'll probably be the biggest selling at least.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's and the thing is, I even joked about how we might be in one of the tie-ins.
Yeah, they're just throwing everything at it.
I mean,
But yeah, and you know what's like crazy to me is like they're that they're doing King in Black and then they're running the Phoenix event at the same time.
That's the
and
thing. I
with
mean,
no acknowledgement of each other.
but this is why I had an issue when DC was doing that whole endless winter while death metal was going on. It's like you guys, like, we can't. Our attention can only go so far.
Yeah, like
My wallet
yeah, having the
can only go
two
so
events
far.
While it also,
same
yeah.
time, just
I
fucking
mean,
mess. Makes no
the thing
sense.
is, like, Face, you were telling me about, like, how I should be on the whole Phoenix thing, and I was thinking about it, but at the same time, I was also saying I'm kind of already invested in King and Black, and the thing is, I don't have the resources to kind of be out, like, in so many different Marvel
Well, I
crossover
think
series
that,
at the same time.
like I believe it looks like the Phoenix event is going to be more self-contained to the Avengers storyline, but may ultimately be more consequential in the end
You think so?
for actual repercussions. I mean, the Phoenix is going to have a new host. What are we expecting is going to come out of King in Black?
I mean, the only thing I could think of that would come out of King and Black, and again, it's not like I read advanced issues, so these aren't spoilers, but I mean, I think the only thing that would probably come out of King and Black, and I'm not breaking grounds when I say this, is that Dylan is just going to get a new status quo.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's pretty much. I think we're just gonna get like a shift in key players in the Venomverse after this whole series.
But the thing is, even a new status quo for Dylan, like it's not even something that necessarily has to happen because they have the advantage of bringing in the Codex character to fill in that place and then get rid of him.
Okay, so I kind of missed out on the early part of the chat when you guys were talking about Venom 26, 27. You think that Codex will make an appearance in that series, King and Black?
The biggest thing that Codex did was put that
with the way
seed in Eddie Brock's head, being like, my son could be this. So there's always going to be that evil mirror image in the back of Brock's head and the potential of the future. Personally, that's my thing. And that's pretty deep, man, when you think about it. Because it's just a kid, man. He's malleable. He's impressionable. He's
childish. You think Virus will make an appearance in King and Black?
No.
I hope so.
I hope so too, because
I hope so too.
Because
everybody holding on to them issues hope so, but
I kind of went ham on that Venom 26 and 27 more than I'm comfortable with. So I'm really rooting for Virus and Codex to hold hands together and come back to the Venomverse side by side.
Yeah, they fucking better.
That's why I'm not gonna get overly invested in any of the shit. I mean, I've got copies for the PC and everything, but Donny Cates has, at one point there was at least the rumor that Donny Cates had come out and said that he wanted to fuck with speculators, and so far every step of the way it looked like that has been pretty true, because you get these new characters that come out immediately, takes them out or kind of kills off the spec with them. You got King and Black going on. Why
It's,
not kill off Spec with Null and fucking Dylan at the same time?
but the thing is, I would like to hope and think that the whole killing the spec side that he jokes about, I hope that's just a consequence of just his overall storytelling. I would like to think that he's not crafting these storylines with the intent of killing Spec. I think that's just a dick move if that was actually the case.
Bro, but that makes him
Yeah,
like
I would
such a
hope
like pinnacle writer. He's like, yo, this man killed all the spec. Whatever he says goes from here on in.
But the thing is, see, I'm
Power
okay.
moves only, baby.
I'm okay if he kills temporary Spec if it serves for a greater purpose in his overall story. But if
Right,
we
there's
look
a reason for it down the road.
yeah, if we look back and his run is just filled with introduction of new characters that don't mean squat.
I mean, that getting killed off in the next issue.
Yeah.
Then
And I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people have, I mean, were at first excited about the Venom run and have become less excited about it is because, it kind of has just shot itself in the foot. And, we introduced, new characters like Virus and Kodak.
yeah,
And
even before that, like
there's
Rex.
no payoff with them.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And even if you're not like, buying issues for resale or anything like that, you're just buying it as a reader. You get sort of invested in characters or whatever, and you take an interest in what's going on. Ultimately, you find out that it didn't really amount to shit.
well, that's the thing. I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ripper.
no, I was just gonna say, like, for me, like, I read comics first and foremost for the story. If the story is whack, then you already lost me. So specs are great and all, but I mean, at the end of the day, he still needs to bring the story. I mean,
Right.
yeah, so
I was just gonna say, there's been some hype with Venom 19. Raider Bear was talking about it. I believe that's the one with like.
Where he's like,
yeah, something like that.
got the possessed, like controlling symbiote look.
Especially the second print. The second print has that image on the cover.
Yeah, it's catching heat because apparently, what is it? I remember reading about it, but I can't. I don't.
Powers manifested.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any information with me. I know I read about that. I think like a few weeks ago, somebody had actually told me about it. I think Mel V told me about that many moons ago. But yeah, I would have to just kind of go back into it. I did see social media kind of having a few pictures of it and people reading it. So again, it could be a book that's hot again. What's it called? Hawaiian Punch is making a Null versus Black Winter. Oof. Yeah, that could be
interesting.
Crazy. God of Light. I think in this group anyway. I mean, I think Keys is Team Sentry. I think he thinks it's Sentry.
I'm the God of Light.
Okay.
Skins. Light skin motherfucker.
I think it's Tony Stark's leg that got cut off.
Damn, bro, it's hella pale by now. Left alone on the side of the friggin' runway wherever he crashed.
So, last book. Do you have a last book for us, brother?
Whose turn is it?
Keys.
Okay, look, I never picked up a single issue, but I want to know why it gained the fire it did in 2020, and that's this Maestro, man. Am I pulling a newbie here? Let me newbie this one. It's a Maestro, okay? This is a Maestro.
We're gonna laugh at you. And Hyper's gonna be like, wait. What did you say?
¿Cómo está?
Yeah.
He's imitating my rewind. Play that back. Play that back, Keys.
Maestro.
I've never.
What's up with Maestro, bro? It was hot. It was hot for a second. The man had like I saw the Hulk with the hair. I saw that. It looked cool, but it didn't catch my attention, man.
When we talk about it on when we do our new comic book show, people in the chat are saying, "Oh, I'm still picking it up." Like people are still picking it up.
Well, they're coming out with another series after this one's done.
Yeah, and it's been a fairly decent series. It's been a pretty good origin story. It is interesting that they are doing the miniseries with him, and then that we're getting another one back to back for a character that they really haven't done anything with in several years.
That's what I was going to
It
ask.
kind of makes me
bro.
wonder if they're gonna bring him into, maybe Immortal Hulk as one of his personalities, but who knows?
It's true. Yeah.
So it's like nothing noteworthy, but a decent
No.
story is what you're saying.
Hyper, what do you got for us, brother?
Yeah, it hasn't really been a whole lot of spec value to it that I've seen, but it's been
I
a
love a
decent.
good story. Love a good story though.
I feel like if Hyper doesn't say the book I'm thinking of, I think I'm in the clear and I got a book. So
Really? Okay.
That's usually how it works.
This is Coco guy, bro. He's spitting facts. Okay, I see you, bro.
Crossover? Wasn't it?
no, wasn't it?
No, I was gonna say that too, but I was like, nah, it's too soon. It's too soon, bro. It's too soon.
That was actually gonna be my point. How it is a bit too soon because we're only 2 issues in, and issue 3 has yet to come out. And apparently, issue 3 is that big issue that Donny Cates keeps hyping shops to order. It's what was it? Issue 3 and I think issue 6 were the 2 issues that Donny Cates has been really heavily promoting as these are the issues that you need to be invested in. Not sure. I mean, we've seen Cates things before, and
Don't trust Kate.
but look,
TTC.
it is shaping up to. It is shaping up to be, it's almost you need tunnel vision with Keys, like when Keys like
I mean, number 3 has Spawn on the cover, so
and that gun and the shadow of was the Gundam not the Gundam
yeah, the Shogun
Yeah,
Warriors or
Gundam.
whatever.
It's the Gundam, yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, they are definitely alluding to bring in some major properties in this crossover. At first, I thought it was just going to be like minor Image characters, like like Luther Strode and all those other characters that were in Image, but that not the mainstream are really well aware of.
The Wildcats are gonna show up out of nowhere, like
Yeah. But here's my question: do you think that Image would get the rights to certain Marvel or DC characters popping into this?
Here's the thing, but Kate's whatever Kate's is written, I feel like they could maybe use. So Thor, Venom.
No, but those are properties of Marvel though. They'd have to
But
get
like
the blood.
Kate's has like he's gotta have something that he can bring with him, man. Like some. They wouldn't pick Kate's for this run for no reason.
I mean, it would be cool if like we did see a little. I think because you haven't seen like really a true crossover in a while, unless you count those like amalgam issues where
That was like 20 years ago, no?
exactly that's my point. Or whenever Case does like those Easter egg scenes, like in that what was it, Thor issue number 2 when they showed like the different lights of the Justice League.
Oh
Like
yeah.
So it's like you'll see a little Easter eggs here and there, but never a full-fledged character appearance.
Yeah,
That would,
I mean, they could have drawn a Superman if that counts.
Coco.
Until it actually happens, I'm not buying it.
Coco
Yeah.
has some really cool. He's saying go look at issue number 3. Look very close. Look at the
Yeah, I was
cover.
gonna have to check that out.
There's an Easter egg where he has the guy against the wall. Look what he has in his hand.
Did you bring it up?
I don't have it. He sent it to me. I got it.
Bring it up, baby.
Oh,
What the hell you
man.
waiting on?
What's going on here?
Yeah, bro.
All right.
He's like it's 2-3 kills. It's like 3 clicks at best, bro. Come on now. Uno, dos, Trace, bring it up. Like, jeez, bro. Come on.
Right. I mean, as far as crossover goes, though, I expect to see Image characters and probably some of the other indie titles. I'm not sure if we'll see DC or Marvel. I'm not going to hold my breath on it.
no.
I'm
But-
scared.
I mean,
In the first issue, it looked like a love story, bro. I'm scared because I'm not really down for that right now
wait
in my life.
between the nerdy guy and the girl at the bookstore.
Yeah, yo.
Right there.
The cult
All right,
father's
it's totally
dad.
gonna.
Wait, what is he holding though? I can't.
The device for
I
Venom.
can't see it.
Whatever.
Oh.
I can't
Okay.
see it. Hold on. Let me try and bring it up on my
Okay.
computer, bro. Technologies.
Let me know when you see it, Keys.
There's a little delay. Oh, yeah. Was that some Ultron shit? I don't know. I actually have no idea off the top of my head.
He's saying that it's involved with
Yeah, it
Venom.
looks like it looks like the piece from Venom.
So Coco is saying the device ties into Venom. So that's a little knowledge Coco's giving us. So shout out to Coco.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah.
And we already know that,
God,
that device
no.
doesn't, jump into alternate
That explains a
reality.
lot.
and everything
That
like
explains a lot.
All right. So for my final book is Transformers: My Little Pony #1. Whew.
He's just relieved he said that all right.
I'm just joking. No, 2 books that I think really hot this year that we haven't really talked about, and me being the last guy, I'm just going to set them really quick. One of them was already said in the chat, actually, but it's Once and Future.
Hmm.
The other one is Philadelphia. It's been a hot series. A lot of people are on it. I'm surprised we didn't even touch on it, but both of those books, extremely hot. Hyper, if you didn't know, the over-under of saying I'm going to touch on that was 3. I had to say it there because that puts me over 3.
Because we
Wait.
know he's in the
Wait.
tip.
That I would say it, or that one of you would say it.
That I would say it.
Oh, okay. Damn, I'm good.
Those two books are pretty respected, popular. I believe in Philadelphia. Vampires, I mean, can't go wrong with that.
I thought you just said vampires are overplayed like all of
They are
5 minutes ago.
It's the circle. It
Of life, like Rafiki and them. My gosh, you Lion King. I'm about to cry.
It's
Hold up.
always gonna be zombies and vampires. It seems like are always going to be, super popular. They can pick it up at any time, so why not? But yeah, I know Philadelphia is kind of not stood. Like the traction on it hasn't stayed, but it's still one of those good series for sure.
I think, yeah. I mean, from what people are telling me that have actually read it, they're telling me it's one of those series that people are sleeping on, and it's one of those books that you might regret not picking up early on if you didn't.
Yeah, I think a raw copy of #1 is going for like $20.
Already? Wow! Even that,
That's
I'm
in my range. I can do that.
So guys, that's it for our show. I just want to say Merry Christmas because I won't be doing a show for the rest of the week. So I hope everyone has a safe holiday. I hope you guys, depending on where you are, spend it wisely. If you have to Zoom. If you're able to be with family, I'm not trying to get political or anything. Do what you got to do, but stay
Do
safe.
what you got to do.
Let's
Do what you got to do. If you see your neighbors and they got family over, don't be that snitch, okay? It's the Christmas holidays, man. Let everybody be what we got to be and do what we got to do.
Yeah, but let's also try to stop it because along with that, there's always bad news. Bad news. Me and Keys, as of Saturday, are on the lockdown for 28 days here.
I've been on lockdown for 2 weeks now, bro. Chill.
I'm just worried about Keys.
I don't understand. Y'all are complaining about this shit. Like, I want to stay home for fucking 28
I ain't
days.
getting paid, bro.
So but
Just some unemployment or something.
No, I just think it's important, just to be safe because we're going into 2021 and we're still going to be dealing with this problem. So let's just be safe.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the chat, please make sure you sub everyone up in the chat. Make sure you support the community. Make sure you sub up my panel, FaceTime, Mr. Keys. Go on Instagram and follow Hyper. If you don't know, I got a 1,500 sub giveaway. All you have to do is go comment on the video and be a sub. Mr. Key Issues has a 250 subscriber giveaway. All you have to do is sub and leave a comment.
That's it.
We've got a few videos coming out, character spotlights. I think they're coming after the holidays, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And Hyper, hopefully we get him on YouTube. He's got hopefully some things coming, but follow him on Instagram. And again, guys, I thank you guys for joining. We will be back next week. We'll see what new comic book day looks like because we're on lockdown, and then we'll do our final end of the year video, and then we'll see everybody in 2020. But again, please be safe, enjoy the holidays, and
Wait.
That'll be 2021 next year, newbie.
So hold up, newbie. So when is the next video? Is it going to be next Sunday?
Is it? Wait, there's a next.
I think we're gonna go Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Can we bless that at an earlier time, bro? Because boy got work that Monday. You know what I'm saying?
You're on lockdown for 28 days.
We can see
No,
what
no,
happens.
no. I'm off as of Boxing Day, and then I go right back to work.
The hell is Boxing Day? Never mind.
We can see what
What
happens.
That's a
Bro, so
Canadian
you
thing.
find the mans, you'd be like, yo, gloves off, let's go. It's literally Boxing Day.
It's
That's what we
it's
do here in Canada.
the poor man's version of Black Friday.
Yeah. But yeah, again, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. And again, stay safe, all right? Later.
All right, guys.
Peace.
And we out.